Testing, 1, 2, 3. I am the DM, the GM, I mean. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is me speaking at a normal tone of voice.
Can you just say something?
Test.
Keep going.
Test.
Can do some accounting.
Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, don't eat that.
I'll do it.
Just sniffing it out.
Pretty picky eater.
Thank you.
Excellent.
So we'll move this up a little bit. When you're doing hit points, you re-roll ones.
Yep. I just took the averages. Simple. I'll just power rolling. HP.
Why would you not loaded dice?
I think if
Let us come back. You're late.
I'm waiting up. Damn. This is so hot. Well, not so hot, but like so.
What happened?
What?
Did you got a drink from Korra and a drink in a bottle?
For it.
You see what I brought?
And
Oh, the chia pudding? I thought you know about
No, I made it.
Brad, how do you do your scores for your main stats again? What die do you need?
D6. So you get 4 D6 and you reroll ones.
Either fruit or
And then add ice.
Oh, great hot stuff. Guys, almond milk that we're going to use.
Let's just dump them all out.
Just dump them.
We got. I don't know about the ratio yet. That seems to be alright. I don't really remember what
Snatch.
Yeah.
Maybe ease.
Like I said, I've never really made it.
Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. Let her think
Oh,
on
I do it.
Good evening.
How's it going, Clock?
Yo, but what did I say? Welcome to the show. The stream is actually already live.
Brad, you should do something like community theater.
Think sometime.
Still waiting on the show.
You know, I was so butthurt when I did the first music one I ever did and the last one in middle school that I didn't get the lead role. So I was in 8th grade and I was like, how are you not going to give me the lead role? I was like my chorus teacher's favorite student in 8th grade. And she gave the lead role
The song lady?
to some 6th grader, Miss Smith.
Yeah.
I love her so
She was
much.
kind of a bitch sometimes.
Yeah, she was kind of a hard ass, but
Yeah.
but she like person to person, she was so awesome. Our music teacher in middle school at Centennial. So I was so butthurt that I didn't get the lead role, and it probably took me till like 10th or 11th grade to realize that like that you don't pass people necessarily by like only by talent. That it also has to be like this person gets this
Hey,
goal.
Lisa.
Yeah, like, this person
I have to
looks
redo
like
my
this
sheet.
goal, and yeah, exactly. Like,
So
they
my
just-
stats
they
aren't
look
nearly
like
as
they
good.
play that role, like,
Oh,
their
dang, that's a
face
real
fits
old
the
role.
role and everything.
I lost my
I
sheet,
was
you
like a
know?
salty little 8th grader about it the whole time.
No. It's such
I think
a
I
power
would
than
think I
you.
would do a little better.
Wait,
You got cast as
wait, how does it go?
in this one show in like middle school.
Kamardine! The Nigerian nightmare! Uzma! So that's his full name. I can say by just a car.
I just hear this one. Oh yeah, he's just like swinging her show. Free ass.
Now I'm just mimicking his style, like his like his like.
They never do. They never do this stuff.
Even more complex.
He earned my respect. He earned my respect. That's real ridiculous. I'm just saying clowns.
I really admire when working like I respect diet. I just think that's
Whatever.
Yeah, he's disciplined. Right. Strong mental and discipline.
I like your footing.
I did like a Taekwondo and Jiu-Jitsu lesson with Danny last Sunday, which was a lot of fun.
nice.
Special recipe or should she like add more to it?
Was it damn, I forget the name of this.
Oh, it was with Danny's friend Gabe.
He said he has probably 2 years of diet.
Was it in Durham?
No, he just came here.
Okay. Oh, Gabe?
Yeah, you know Gabe?
Skinny, long hair?
She likes you?
Right now he has short hair, but he's kind of skinny, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
If
cool.
I'm thinking of the right person.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Okay.
So, learn some chokes. Not gonna choke people out.
Yeah, dude.
It's pretty cool.
Been wanting to fight people?
I've always wanted to fight. Brad, so you said that constitution is important for water empath people.
Wisdom is your spellcasting modifier or your bending modifier, so that one should be highest. And then Constitution gives you the most health and sheet points, so that should be your second highest.
Damn, I should have brought a
Since empath is super reliant on sheet.
realization.
I made a couple little minor edits to the tether ability, but I can walk you through them at the end.
Okay.
Just some balancing stuff. Felt like it might be a little too crazy in some ways.
Wasn't there like a couple of erasers or pencils? Yeah, I should have brought it. That seems to be
Yeah, I need like a
frequently
big
used
eraser.
resource. Thanks. Oh, I was about to erase this whole page.
Oh, damn.
Just like do everything in pen, but
Well, here's another one you need.
thanks. I'll just fill it in. No, I'll write it.
It's been fun. I've been learning a lot of the theory and just like dabbling a bit on a lot of the basics on like guitar, bass, kind of drums. Yeah, it doesn't apply as much. And then I want to incorporate the keyboard a little more. Brad was showing me some stuff and kind of set the foundation.
I might just. I'm trying to remember about your character, if there's anything.
Like what?
I think that one of your stats was really high.
I mean, it's all good. Like I re-roll. I'm just gonna re-roll everything.
Okay.
That's just the easiest.
Alright.
So 16 is +3 and 17, 18 is +4.
Right. Oh, wait. No,
No.
16 is plus 3, 18 is
It's
plus
plus
4.
4. Okay.
17 is also plus 3.
It's the even ones. Nice.
Oh no.
Dude, how was your week?
It's good, dude. It's good. Pretty chill. Just taking care of the day-to-day things with it.
Yeah, same old, same old.
What you got?
So like, I work most of the day, and then downtime is like chess, shooting around. It was raining most of the. Was it last week?
Yeah,
Rained for like
there are a
5
few.
days straight.
Yeah, there's a few rainy days.
But then on the dry days, I went to shoot.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it for the most part. I gotta find new stuff.
Yeah, you can sit here with us. It's cool. It's cool.
I'll sit right here the whole time.
It's a good seat.
Not that one, Ben.
What?
No, I'm just
Oh.
imitating Kelsey, like playing over your shoulder or something. I don't think it would actually happen. Kelsey's not really that
Touch the
tight.
pencil, roll again, Ben, roll again.
Oh yeah.
I always,
Oh, yeah.
I always use that rule. I'm like, Big Gary
It's
rule.
a good one.
It's a book. I can't
I
take
can,
it.
you know, it's a 2. I gotta get something
As
else.
long as you make that rule and then use it consistently,
Yeah.
even. But what about when you roll 12 and hit the pencil?
Sometimes he gives up good
I mean,
rolls.
There's semantics, right? You can figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, I was playing and I accidentally dropped a die and it was a 20. I was like, I wrote that. It's like,
But I am gonna
Yeah,
say
take
for
it.
watching
I
a little
rolled
bit.
like natural 20. That's
Audience.
Yeah.
Y'all
yeah,
welcome
of
to
course.
like chill and post up if you want. If you wanna, if we could
You
like.
sit over there.
Yeah, well, we could put some of those like over in front of the doors. Oh no.
That was, whoa.
I accidentally turned the stream
Oh,
off
did you
on my
want these?
phone.
Huh? I'm just using whatever.
Crazy one.
Yeah.
Use up.
I mean, like why?
Put it on
Oh,
my.
I just picked
I'll
them.
use the
I-
comments.
Yeah.
That would actually probably help generate like other random viewers just by being a little higher on
Oh,
the
you want me high
algorithms.
now? Okay.
Just being a little high. I mean, we tried that; it didn't work. So
What?
I mean, it didn't not work, but
What?
it didn't boost the
So I need to
numbers.
get high.
Oh.
Are y'all not playing?
No, we're not in this campaign.
Not yet.
Yeah, I
Not
can-
yet. Our characters are
I
sliding
guess
in.
we could coincide.
Our
with
characters are
something.
sliding in one by one each episode.
Okay.
Kyrie and I are
That's
gonna
not
do
true.
intermission break.
Oh shit. I said that's not true. I guess it's
We're
not
gonna play a song.
Oh, what happened?
Get the flute and drum out. But I don't think I have Twitch on my phone.
You're a fake phone.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you really like just burned Gino shit and then made him do it all over. That's like so disrespectful.
It wasn't me.
I might have lost it.
If we find it, we can switch it back in.
Yeah, because that sheet will be stronger than this one.
I'll keep a lookout for it. I didn't touch a single.
But it's in this house. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I might have trashed it on accident. Like, I literally have no recollection of that sheet. so-
Yeah, I didn't see it after. Like, I cleaned up this room that night
Mhm.
and never saw it.
Yeah, it's likely that I took it and then like just like
You rolled up.
yeah, just I don't even know. I have no
Probably
idea.
smudged the air. You rolled it up, burned it.
I don't know what my password is.
I don't know if we actually have a second viewer, but if we do, hello.
Hello.
Hello. What's
Do
up?
you know how many username is?
For Twitch?
Oreo weirdo probably.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Damn. This tablet really doesn't want to connect to Lakai New.
The kind is not working right now. Use the other.
That's why.
Has it not started working?
It hasn't been working for a good while, and then when my parents came over, my dad said that probably a wire down here got shifted.
Yeah.
But
That's
he,
definitely what happened. 'Cause I was cleaning.
yeah,
But I didn't move everything like last time. I just like lightly dusted, like took away the dust bunnies from under there.
Yeah, it's probably just a core that needs to get fidgeted, but he had to go before he could show me which one.
It's hard to know which chord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I knew which one, if you could tell me which chord
One.
it was, I could keep a lookout on it and then like fidget it every time I messed it up.
We can ask him next time, but you know, like, since we have the other one, I just
Yeah.
been a little bit lazy and
And since Brad's computer is set up to the TV now and the computer is set up to the other Wi-Fi, I've still been able to like put movies on. You just
okay.
Chromecast.
Well, this computer isn't connected to Wi-Fi.
yeah, Chromecast is on the other Wi-Fi. That's right.
The other thing is the bit rate is a lot higher on Lakainu. That's probably why your Among Us is really slow, actually, Gina.
It might be, but it was slow on that laptop when
Before.
we were on the other one. So I think it's just my laptop's not good for games.
Is that on purpose?
What?
It's like in the corner of the screen is like a little blurry. Did you do it on purpose?
Where are you looking? Oh, like down here?
Yeah.
It's the lens, so it's just like that's my glass actually. Like if I take it out of the way.
Oh shit. What were you about to tell me the first time?
Well, so there are there are blurry parts. Like if you look down here, Nico's still blurry on the bottom a little bit. See, like his butt's blurry.
Yeah, it's a prime lens. It's meant to be focused.
Yeah. So I have to focus it on like.
Smaller apertures.
Yeah, I get it as best I can so that all the people are in focus.
What's the
and
name
then
of the switch?
Elemental Worlds GN. GN. Oh, where's my tea? I'm about to have 6 cups.
I went
We
that
went
last
for 18 minutes. Turn that volume on. That's true. Make it very
I just put it on unabashedly and don't worry about whether or not all the content's good.
well, no one's there yet anyway.
Yeah, they probably won't be there, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, we had like 12 people at first.
Yeah.
We just weren't good enough to get them to.
I mean, it's a long game. Like, it's hours worth of playing, so.
Twitch, what do you mean I'm not logged
Why is guacamole, like, why does it make me want it so much?
I don't know. That's why I don't even have that. I just mashed all the colors together.
Something about that salty fat combo just hits the spot. But I think the general gist of it is like lime juice, salt, and
Yeah.
If you get those 3, probably.
Hey, Brad, what chapter are the simple weapons in?
5.
Okay.
I was enjoying the anime last night, Gina.
How many
Good
episodes
stuff.
did you watch?
It had. I watched.
like a pre-show.
I watched 4. Kelsey watched 2. So far, having just watched Code Geass, it's hitting the spot a little more just because when they're talking about like battle tactics, they actually show and
Like what? Like
it's
the
real
arms
tactics.
and-
Yeah, it's like, all right, this is what we're actually like strategizing against one another. This is why this guy's a superior commander. Whereas Code Geass was just straight up like Lelouch sitting in the top of his nightmare, saying strings of numbers and letters and like random tactic words that
Right.
And then he won. It wasn't. The tactics weren't actually there. They didn't put that level of like intention into it.
I like that it's always like the young new dude, or like not new, but like still kind of learning, almost like the
Proving
apprentice.
himself.
Yeah.
Sure,
Like
proving
no,
the
but in
worth.
all of these like first characters, they're like, this is the plan, like here's my plan, this is what I think, and then the old guy's like, no,
No.
never.
Yeah.
Except for the one young dude who is the leader, but then that one old dude defied him and immediately died.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I love this.
Yeah, I mean, like Code Geass is still like an anime for like kids,
Yeah.
and that anime, that's like it's an adult anime. Like, there's no fan service. There's no like just jokes for the sake of jokes.
That makes sense.
Which one?
Also,
The Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Okay.
the aesthetics, the 80s anime
Yeah, old
vibe.
ones.
We watched, what was that movie we watched with Connor and Adrian last week?
Full Metal.
What? Was that what it's called? Oh yeah,
Yep.
it's called Full Metal. I don't remember the name though. Anyway, that was also from the
Was that a
80s.
longest classic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was from 81. And I didn't love it because I didn't like, there was no, like, there were only subplots which weren't that good. But I liked the 80s aesthetic. So then
It
this
has
is
its own
cool
vibe.
because there's an 80s aesthetic and a bit more like thought, like intention.
It's really good to me. Like, it's one of my all-time favorite animes for sure.
It seems like everybody who I saw writing about it thought pretty highly of it too. I mean,
My
that's-
anime list, it was like top 5, at least when I used to be on there.
Yeah, it was over.
This
at-
old
Also, that
anime.
long-haired blonde girl that keeps showing up at the beginning,
Get
it's
out of the
just
way.
refreshing to see like a non-sexualized, like hyper-sexualized anyway,
Mhm.
female anime character.
Right. Like, there's no low-hanging fruit like fan service at
Yeah.
all in it.
Legend of the
Galactic Heroes. Yeah.
Pretty good so far.
We can watch some later. Brad had to tour in the whole thing.
Oh yeah. I don't even remember where I watched it originally.
But now we have it.
Yeah, still.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Your dad was spirited away today and didn't know where it came from, and I wanted to take it.
Like a DVD. My sister probably got it.
I was like, you should watch this.
But my dad watched like one. What are anime movies called?
Just anime.
Anime? One movie,
Manga movie.
Ponyo?
Oh yeah.
He-
That's the big fish.
Yeah, he watched one movie. We watched Ponyo together, and he was like, "This is terrible." He was like, "This is so dumb. Like, why did you make me watch this movie?" I was like, "Damn.
Oh,
All right, Dad."
Why didn't you like it?
I think between he and my stepmom, they were just like not expecting a kids movie and not expecting like. They probably don't ever watch cartoons, you know? So I put a cartoon on and they were like, this is ridiculous. Like, why are you showing us grown ass adults this like kids movie cartoon, like silly, goofy, weird, magical stuff? Like, this is for an 8-year-old. So
Do they not like?
I think they also just kind of bandwagoned off each other a little bit while we were actually watching it. You know how like you can think something about something but kind of get over it if you're just watching it with other people who appreciate it.
Yeah.
But if you're sitting there with somebody else who's also gooning on it,
Yeah.
you can easily just get out of hand and like take it way too far.
Yeah.
I think that's what ended up happening, but
They
You know.
also, we were playing some like version of Cards Against Humanity one night where you have to write in your own answers. And they got mad at me for not being crude enough, and Ingrid like ended the game, and I was like, I'm sorry.
yeah, they were just over it. they play that way, and we were trying to be like clever and actually put thoughtful answers
Is
in.
your dad watching?
I doubt it. This is what I decided to use for the
No.
like
Nico.
village.
Nico, he said
You
no.
know, the thugs.
But that's
You
okay.
have to push him.
Okay.
I don't mind petting him.
Yeah. They obviously won't
He goes for the
look
face
like
sometimes,
this,
and it's
but
like,
Yeah, he just wants to get out.
maybe they'll have some features, some like.
State game.
Mm-hmm.
you just tell him no forcefully, but not like you don't have to yell it at him. Like push his face away, he'll probably learn. Nico.
You're a good boy. Behaving yourself. You don't want to sit in your lap.
I want to rub my butt on you because you're new.
Just do that.
Let me make sure you know about me. What you know about me? What you know about me?
How have you been, Ben?
Doing well.
How you been, Ben?
It's just,
Are you still living over there in your apartment?
Yep.
Cool.
Signed the lease again for another 9 months with my roommate.
Nice. Same guy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think he's chilling, playing video games tonight.
What video game does he like to play?
I think he plays League of Legends.
Sick.
Among Us for sure.
Huh?
LOL?
Yep. Well.
Those are the two I know he plays.
LOL and WoW, huh?
Whoa, wow.
I wanna
Dota.
play Fortnite. Is that one you can play with other people?
Fortnite?
Like, so if I got Delaney and Elliot to play, I could play with them?
Yep.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Do you just goon around in some world?
No.
No.
It's hard.
It's hard?
It's really
Oh, so
hard.
they just get on and don't do anything?
They probably get on and suck. Like they probably get on and play
There are
and
some
just
more
get shot and then
games
play
coming
again.
out, But
I see.
the purpose of the game, like the main core of the game, is it's a deathmatch game. So you're launched onto this big island, and then the area where you can stay alive shrinks as like time goes on.
It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
You're forced to hunt down everybody and be the last person alive.
Was it the first of those like drop-in deathmatch games?
No, I like DayZ.
So it'd be like laser tag kind
DayZ
of.
was a thing.
Was
Did
Rust?
the area shrink?
Was Rust like? Did Rust have a battle arena like that? And then there was.
Yeah.
Do you have teams?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it last man standing wins?
They're both.
Okay. But
Was
you
it-
have a team. So we could at least play on the same team.
Right.
Or not, and I could just murk my nieces.
Yeah, H1Z1 came out I think before Fortnite, but maybe not. Because I remember watching Summit play H1Z1 in when I was in college a lot. That was pretty
But
entertaining.
Fortnite streamlined it.
Yeah, Fortnite definitely was the one that made it blow up.
That's
But-
the big games.
Yeah, because there's a.
Yeah,
Is that their one game right now?
that's their biggest game. That's the biggest game.
Yeah?
I think so. Like if I look on Twitch right now, I feel like it's probably the most
Valheim
streamed.
might be up there now.
Hey Brad, where's the empath like basic stuff?
What do you mean?
Like for vending?
Oh, so go to water bending. Oh, actually, I need to send you G bending. Alright, let me go to the other room.
They took it upstairs, and then I adopted it.
What did I knock over?
On the shelf.
That's okay. That's like
Straight down and hit the ground.
that's the best thing that can fall. I'd rather it be my phone than your camera or your microphone.
Yeah, that's true. This girl's super cool. I met her in Brazil at a New Year's Eve party where there was like a variety show, variety. And she does puppets and acting, so like mixes them together. And I was taking photos that night because when I was living in the circus house. And so I asked him if I could like take photos for like $100 off my rent. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And then we ended up doing a photo shoot together too, where I went over to her house and her like house where she kind of had her little studio too. And she like put on her her costumes and stuff, and we like did like weird home pictures. That was fun.
So chi bending is the empath technique list.
There's so if you look through the chi bending sheet, there are technique lists for each class.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is your most recent?
That was like one of the last series I did. And this is her room with like all of her puppets in it, and she was like rolling a joint. And that's her little.
I really like your photography.
Thanks, man. I need to get back into it. I've been feeling the urge. Adrian and I are gonna do some pictures, I think, this weekend, because she wants
Oh wait, I
to
don't do it because I'm an outlet.
like commit or like what's that word?
Memory?
Is that like putting it in, like remembering it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, commemorate. She just dyed her hair like bright orangish red. She wants to like have fun pictures of it while it's still bright and fun.
Okay.
So we're gonna do some pictures. And then I've invited Essie over to do some like fun photos that she can use for her music and art if she wants. Don't have a concept yet, but didn't have one with Adrian yet until today, so. And then I have some self-portrait things I wanna do. And then, yeah, but I just need to do them. But I'll get there. It's starting to flow again.
Okay.
Self-portrait's easy because you can just be at home by yourself and just dick around and make cool stuff. Coordinating with other people's a bit harder.
What is do you have a vision for the kind of photography that you want to, I guess, generate? Because my sense of your aesthetic cadence is that, like, the things are very reflective. My mental picture of, like, your photography is that it's just like a room with a lot of memories in it or something. Especially because they're black and white and full of, like, sunlight and shadow. Just reminds me of, I don't know, people reflecting on things.
Yeah, I like documentary photo a lot, which is just like capturing someone's story, which is what I like to do with like artists and like getting into their studio or their space and just like seeing what they do and trying to capture that. There's a lot of photographers right now who are leaning on the like cool model and like fashion photography and cool setup, which is cool. The aesthetics are nice and the photography is well done. But my brain doesn't go there. I like to try to capture like a story, like a real person. You
Yeah.
know? But with Essie, since she's an artist, that might bend a little bit more because I think we might try to make stuff that's more like fun and versatile for album covers or stuff like that. Which will be cool.
Yeah.
I have a concept in mind that I want to do with the twins, Bree and Gabby. You know them?
Yeah.
Yeah. To do like some contact photography and then maybe like a little short film too that I started storyboarding,
Okay.
which will be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thought is to have, because the twin aesthetic is really cool. So my thought is they're both in town and living together, I think. But I want to capture some type of, what I have in mind is like them like waking up and like immediately like kind of like flowing through that like wake up and get out of bed and then like the whole thing is like a flowy dance movement, but doing like getting up out of bed and getting ready and then like they find each other in the bathroom or something and they're both like brushing their teeth but then like go into some contact and then maybe split up again and get dressed and then like find each other again in the kitchen making breakfast and contact dancing. And then
So for moves,
probably
can
leaving the
I
house.
choose some cheap
It might end there, it might only be like 2 minutes, but
Yeah.
You get to choose
that's the
some
concept.
from
And I like to capture movement
the Water Nation
and blur,
and some from
which is fun.
like some that you get from the empath class.
Those are things I
Any of the
haven't
ones that you
explored
get
yet.
from the
I just
empath
think
class,
it's very-
you can take a water bending move
I don't know, it's
instead.
very cool art photography, not just like Yeah, I just think it's cool.
Yeah. It is cool, and it's like not that hard because you just have to click the camera, right, and then you capture the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's more to learn and like technique and whatever, but like with painting, you have to practice how to paint.
Yeah.
But you can still just paint and it be good.
Mm-hmm.
But with photo, like you can just like click, 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 and just keep clicking and trying and experimenting.
Yeah.
And within like 2 minutes, you can get like 50 angles if you want. And like, I don't know, there's a lot of room for exploration without like, with painting sometimes I don't take that risk of trying something new because I've already painted something and I don't want to mess it up. Whereas with photography, you can just keep clicking.
Yeah.
Try like a weird move or a weird angle and be like, no, not great, and then move on. Whereas with painting, it's like harder to take those risks still. So it's a cool medium to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Offers so much, just experimentation, and risk taking. But I like documentary photo. I'd love to be a photojournalist. That's like my dream job. But that's hard. It's a hard job to get.
Yeah. Couldn't you just, set out on your own?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Probably the best. I think that's the best way to go about it these days.
Yeah.
Set out on your own and post about it, and then a lot of times you'll find someone who wants you to work for them,
Mm-hmm.
or not, and you just start telling your stories, and that's all that really matters. I guess.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to be able to work doing it.
I think after my
Yeah. I just wonder about like
moves are done.
how
pretty
you
much
would
ready.
like continue to go from one interesting place to another,
Yeah.
or like what's going on or how you plan that. Seems like a lot of I don't know, logistics or you need a lot of money, but I haven't even traveled that much, so I don't know.
You don't have to travel. There's enough going on. There's enough people around here or around where you are.
It is fun.
It is fun, but you don't have to be traveling to do it. But it is fun. I had a lot of fun. I did a lot of like photographing a lot of the like protests and like pre-election movements in Brazil while I was there, and, like anti-fascist movements. That was fun because it put me in the middle of it, and I was an outsider, so I couldn't vote. It wasn't my country, but I showed up and I got to at least like participate by like commemorating and taking pictures and sharing it with people and be like, this is what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
Here's this story to this little extent that I know about.
I think I saw that one. There was you took a picture of a woman holding up a sign. Maybe she had paint on her arm, and then some other people sitting on steps.
Oh yeah, those were like the anti, or like the pro women's rights to abortion type protests that were happening.
Was that here or in Brazil?
That was in Brazil.
Okay.
But it was happening in Brazil because in Argentina they wouldn't pass the legalization of like access to abortion. It was like very strictly criminalized.
Mm-hmm.
And in support of that, like all of Latin America started protesting. And they all wore like green bandanas and had like rallies and like it was really cool.
Mm.
And the protests there were fun because people showed up like dressed up like it was a party and like dancing and singing and walking on stilts, and clown brigades would come out, and it was very festive protesting rather than like aggressive and somber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it seems like here more often than not.
Yeah.
Aggressive. Well, except when the one that was in front of the governor's mansion here,
Yeah.
that seemed more alive.
The sit-in, or the one where the occupation?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was more likely.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Especially the last night. When they vetoed it, and we just, like, there was music blaring, and people were dancing, and it was fun.
How much do you think the protesting had to do with them vetoing it?
The protesting?
Yeah.
What protesting? All of it?
Yeah.
Or them like being there those nights.
Yeah, well, sitting outside of the building.
How much do you think the veto of the protest, that, like, caused it? I think a lot. I think pretty significantly, because it was
If there's no one out there, who knows what he
it
would
was
have
just
done.
gonna fly under the radar, and then someone picked up on it and was like, wait, this is messed up, and then the activists who are already mobilizing for other causes were like, and the causes were related, they were like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna try for this, and they got their demand met directly. It took a week, but I think if no one would have been out there, because sharing on social media and signing petitions really is just, doesn't do much sometimes. Doesn't do enough, but sitting out in front of it and like stopping traffic in that street for a whole week, that was pretty momentous. Is that a word?
Yeah. Have you been arrested before?
No, I
For
haven't.
protesting?
No. I had a
Not
cop-
yet.
I had a cop shove me and I almost punched him, and I probably would have been arrested.
When the protests were happening during the summer, just that whole time period, I was thinking like, okay, if you do get arrested, what is that process like for release, or like, are they gonna keep you in it
It's
for
a
how
lot of
long?
waiting.
Yeah.
And usually if someone else there knows who you are and knows that you've been arrested too, there's organizations that like actively raise the money to bail you out.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you tell them you don't need it, which I bet some people are like, nah, I don't need your help, give it to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I don't know, Kyrie's been arrested, he was kind of talking about the, like, processing, right, Kyrie? Where you at? I don't know. Said it wasn't fun. I think a lot of waiting.
Yeah.
I think they, like, strip you down and search you and,
Yeah.
like,
But damn.
yeah.
Have y'all seen it's a new movie out, or any of the trailers for it? Judas and the Black Messiah.
I've seen the trailers and advertising for it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's really good.
Did you
seen
watch
it already?
it?
Yeah. I really recommend it. It's a good movie. Like,
Cool.
yeah, it's good. It's good all the way around, and it's pretty accurate, I think.
Okay, what's it about?
It's about, well, I forget the guy's name, but
Fred Hampton.
well, it is about the Black Panthers, and Fred Hampton is the focus, but it follows like
A bunch of
an
them.
informant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it follows an informant who like led to Fred Hampton's assassination. Yeah, the whole movie's good, but it just made me think, like, you know, for all the rights that we supposedly have, it's just at the discretion of, I mean, among other things, it's just at the discretion of like people with power to allow you to exercise those rights.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even just to assemble or to be armed, to speak, it's just so many things.
When it comes down to it,
Yeah.
Words are words.
Yeah.
Actions are actions.
And then they provoke. They just instigate.
Yep.
Like carte blanche instigate, and then when you, I mean, you don't even have to retaliate. It's just like, show any sign of not acquiescing.
Yep.
Then like the boot of the state will just fucking kick you right in the dick.
Right in the dick. Big boot.
Big boot. Yeah, or the cooch. Both.
Yep.
I mean, you have both according to them, so kick it right there.
And also, there's a bolster on the other side of this curtain here. It's purple. It's really nice to sit on if you want to use it, because sitting on the floor can get painful. That's definitely helpful. And do you know if you want one? I have one too.
I'm good for now, thanks.
There's also the pillows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I'm
also
sitting on a
a
pillow.
bazillion pillows. They got rid of a lot of them.
Yeah.
We'll get more when the time is
Oh.
needed.
Ben got the tiniest pillow.
That's a good pillow.
Let me see if you still. Yeah, you're still on camera.
Okay.
You're good. It's pretty funny too.
You're like popping out.
Yeah, popping out of the curtain.
Yeah,
Like a-
Ben, if
like
you
a
ever
eel.
want to do some photos together,
All right.
we can mess around. Do you have a camera?
I have a Polaroid.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
I have a Sun 660, and then autofocus.
Both Polaroid?
Sun 6, yeah,
So you have one camera or two?
I have two.
Okay, two Polaroids.
Yeah,
Cool. Are they newer
I have some
Polaroids or
photos.
vintage?
no, they're older.
Okay, cool. I have an older one too. I
Yeah,
don't have a newer one.
okay. I got it off eBay.
Me too.
Yeah, I was happy to see that there are a lot on there.
Yeah. The film's just expensive.
It's so expensive.
It
It's
should
like
be
ammo.
coming down. It should be coming down
Ammo.
soon though, because
Why?
what happened was that Polaroid, the company, had the patent on the Polaroid film.
Right.
For that, like the Polaroid cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they went out of business or sold or just stopped making stuff, they stopped making the film too.
Mm-hmm.
So other people then had to like reverse engineer the film and try to make their own and patent it, and it just like drove costs up. Because they had to like be like studying it and trying to like manufacture it. But now Polaroid is coming back into business, or they already are. So once they are back in the full swing of the market, prices should go down on film.
Okay.
Hopefully, like that's.
Yeah.
But no, like it's
Yeah.
also just 2021, so maybe the prices are just what they are.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be like 10 cents or 25 or whatever they used to be.
Yeah. I mean,
It'd also be nice if
It'd be so nice if each one wasn't $2.
Yeah.
it'd be nice if our patent system wasn't based on like years or something, so that on like 20 or 30 years, so that something that came out in the 80s, like people can't just get into the market to by 2020.
Yeah.
Well,
Come
they
on,
could
no.
because there were new Polaroids coming out.
But they had to figure it out, right?
Yeah,
They
and I
couldn't
don't
just
think-
like see how to make it
And
and
they
get
had to
into the
make
market.
those rectangular ones.
Hmm.
I don't think they were making
They couldn't make the full size.
something about the
Yeah.
size was different. They couldn't make like the squared ones.
Yeah.
And so if you have an older camera, but even like the newer film is still a little expensive too.
Yeah, it's expensive all the way around.
Polaroid's cool, but because of that cost and like each one's kind of a risk, it kind of just gets like.
But I feel like for Polaroid,
Yeah.
like, you just use them differently. You're not trying to get like the perfect shot. It's like, it's capture the moment. It's
Yeah.
like, oh shit, there it is. Bang!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catch it and then move on.
Yep.
I wouldn't use Polaroid to be like, alright, let's see your wedding photos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here you go.
but there are photographers who shoot with Polaroid for like fashion stuff.
Yeah.
And they're loaded.
Yeah.
They don't care.
I use my cameras like for the perfect photo, because I just think, okay, I don't want to have to keep buying film, because I love to take pictures anyway. I just like you mentioned, you just want to snap a bunch and then pick from that, or
Yeah.
edit, but you can't do that with the Polaroid. So I really try and like make sure everything is set for a good moment.
Yep.
I just snap around.
Which, yeah, I'm similar with film. I use, like my film camera, I use it in automatic mode, even though I know how to shoot in manual. But when it comes to my film camera, I just shoot in auto, and it's mostly for capturing like events and memories and friends and people who I care about or places I go. But with this camera, I can get weird with it.
Yeah.
It's fun. Having a digital camera is fun. And I got this one's not even like a super great one, but it gets the job done. It's way less about equipment sometimes and more just using it, having fun with it.
Kyrie must have gone for a walk or something.
I'm still putting down my moves, but you know, like I'm pretty close. So maybe if you're eager to get started, you could do some solo stuff with Brad while I get these last few moves down. 8:30. Like I'm putting down my first level spells.
You said you're about ready.
I still need a little bit more time, but if Ben's eager, maybe you can do some solo stuff while I get these last moves in.
I was just wondering.
Well, one thing we can maybe get the discussion going on is what Leia and Naz have been up to for the last... Chronologically, I want to put this like, how about a month after the previous events?
Okay.
Like 3 weeks to a month?
I don't remember exactly where we left off.
I don't remember anything.
We did, so I mean, we started in the swamp. We went to the Jade Mountains with Duck to go try and usurp the leaders of the Jade Mountains.
Yeah.
Turned out they were too powerful. Needed to go beef up a little bit before getting back to them. Left. Oh, Lem came and like contracted y'all to move some gunpowder with her for the Red Lotus. Ran into the tribe out in the plains, who you all killed some Komodo dogs or something, and they were not happy about it. And then Duck got struck down by lightning.
Okay. It's coming back.
Afterwards, I think y'all went through the rainforest and learned about Zing Zing and Zip Zap or something. some herbs in the rainforest that were basically like coffee, and then moved on. So basically went all over the Earth Kingdom. At the end, traveled to through some tunnels in the mountains, made your way to some air temples, and then ran into some high level airbenders and had a fan stolen. They took an artifact at the end.
Yeah.
But
That was the last part. I remember we were on.
That was the end. You were on like a rail.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then some airbender came and was looking for the item back.
The artifact, yep.
Yeah.
But basically, y'all went all over the place.
Yeah.
I feel like we just bounced from like mini arc to mini arc without ever really like accomplishing anything.
What was that mushroom part? Was that in the beginning at the swamp?
That was in the swamp. That was like the first little mini quest y'all did.
Yeah.
Went into a cave and found some like evil fungus that transported some of you to like a pocket dimension in the spirit world. And you all defeated the fungus and then made your way out of the cave and got attacked by somebody hit some crocodiles. Or some, like maybe a cat gator or something. And then the spirit of the cat gator came and slapped y'all up. So you've been beat up a couple times by some like natural spirits or like the intervention of natural spirits.
Yeah.
But I was talking to somebody about that campaign, and they were like, so it sounds like y'all were just like trying things out and running into walls, like finding the boundaries of the game. And I feel like that's how it made sense to me. That made sense to me. That we were just trying to like figure out, or at least I was from the DM perspective, figure out like where the edges of the game were. And so now I've rewritten the player's handbook, and I feel like those edges are set, and now we can play a lot better.
Quick question about moves. So I'm seeing from this sheet, like on level 4, I know 6 techniques that can be up to level 2. But how many? I'm not seeing like how many level 1 and 2s that I can have to constitute that 6.
So go back to look on the table and see where it goes from first level to second level, and just see how many you should have when it switches.
I see. Yeah.
And then go from there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
6 techniques.
6 techniques. So since then, I mean, the Airbender took the artifact and left. And then I think after that, the plan was to go back to the Earth Nation. Ichabod wanted to go to Metropolis.
Yeah.
So I imagine that you all made your way back through the mountains, dropped Ichabod off at Metropolis, and then this is Lay and Nas being the only 2 left of that gang that are still just kind of wandering around together.
Okay.
My understanding was that Lay's primary motivation was basically just like train and get strong.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So
I want to say, I just thought of it. As she met a chi. It was a chi blockers. No, wasn't it the guy in the mask that took away Korra's bending?
Amon.
Was that spirit bending or chi?
It was, yeah, chi bending, chi blocking. I mean,
Okay.
that they might have said that, like in canon, that might have been blood bending, but for ours, it could be accomplished by chi bending. Energy bending is how Aang did it. So.
Okay.
But yeah, Lay could have met a chi blocker in Metropolis.
Yeah.
For sure.
Got into a fight, lost.
Yeah.
Now she can't earthbend anymore, or for now.
Cool. No more earthbending, only fighting.
Yep.
Cool. I like that. Is she motivated to get the earthbending back, or is it just like, this is my lot now?
More like kill the person who took her bending from her.
Yeah. Was there any motivation behind them taking the bending? Behind taking Lay's bending? Did they have like a run-in, or
You're just mean.
they're just mean?
Yeah.
They don't like benders?
No, I would just imagine that like any body who can take someone's bending from them is like seeking out strong people to take their bending, and she was just like in the way.
Okay.
Such a cool ability.
Mm-hmm.
Just like yoink. You're useless. Dude, that would be so fucked up. Your whole life you can bend, you're trying to get better, and then someone just takes it from you.
Yeah.
And you haven't trained any other skill. That would suck. It'd be like learning to walk again with no legs.
Yeah, that'd be tough. So, I mean, Lay's had a couple weeks, picked up a couple weapons, a couple longswords, I guess,
Yeah.
to fight with.
And draw 'em. Is a real name for this kind of sword? You know the ones that are like two hook swords? I think they're like a Chinese sword.
Like the ones that Jet has.
Oh, do you have them?
Is that what you're? I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me look on my phone.
Yeah, I'm thinking this. Yeah, shouldn't be hard to find.
The only thing is, if it's the ones that I'm imagining, these wouldn't be usable like the longsword, where you can use it two hands. They would be a one-handed sword. So these would be more like a short sword.
Oh, thank Jet did it.
Um,
Yeah, I don't want this.
But you're two-handed. You're wielding two weapons at a time.
What about the sword from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon? I think it was that young woman who was supposed to be like a Levi's pupil for half a second. Didn't she have a separating sword?
Oh look, give me 1 sec.
Anyway, I'm just thinking of like a Chinese long sword that separates. Or maybe it was
So,
other woman.
oh, they're not like. Wait, you have the two weapon fighting feat,
Yeah.
so you don't have to use light weapons. So if you want, you could have the hook swords, and I would let you use rapier. Use the rapier stats, which are a D8 and piercing damage, which you could use. So you could, if you want a D8 damage in each hand, you can use those. You still just won't be able to use them with two hands to be a D10.
What if I still use two weapon fighting,
Mm-hmm.
but I just have like two normal long swords, and then I go Sanji with it, so I can have like one in my mouth, and then still have two.
Can you fight with a with
And
a
I
sword
go
in your
with
mouth?
it and have 7 weapons.
Wait, what
Put
was
a
the?
sword in my elbow, behind my knee.
I think that's gonna take another feat to learn.
My stats would never improve.
Are you talking about?
Keep getting swords.
All right, which I just want more swords. All right, these are crouching tiger.
That looks familiar.
This one or the like curved blade. This-
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
exactly it.
that's close to a scimitar, which is a D6. I feel like your best option would be the D8s. I mean, that's what you're getting out of longsword anyway.
Yeah. I'll just go with this.
What's happening over there?
I opened the cider that was rolling around.
Yeah, that got shaken up.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Good.
What's this about? Is this your,
But I was scared.
That's a walking stick that we picked up in New Mexico.
okay.
Just thought it had like cool. It's got like cool natural markings on it if you look at it closely.
Yeah.
And we used it to poke a fire one night, and we left it, and we were like, "Nah, we got to go back and get that stick." Pretty cool. Nice curve to it.
Yeah.
Be a pretty good staff for fighting with.
Well, because we were camping in this spot and
Almost lit the forest on
we
fire.
thought there was a mountain lion
Nice.
stalking us and we got kind of scared.
We were sketched out for no good reason.
Well, there were little noises.
Yeah, there
And we
were
were
noises.
the only people out there. It was like eerily quiet and alone, and
We just couldn't handle it. We were being noobs.
maybe moves.
Yeah, we were being scaredy
But then we
babies.
did almost light the whole forest on fire. Because fires
That's
were,
not totally true.
fires were allowed, but you had to douse them, which we did. When we put our fire out, we doused it and got in the tent. And then we were laying in the tent, and I was like, "Do you hear that? Like, it sounds like something. Like, I hear something." And then all of a sudden, I was like, "Wait, do you see that? Like, there's light outside the tent." And I was like, "Oh my god, the fire!" And it had relit itself. And
It was just so dry that like the
a doused fire.
residual heat and the dry atmosphere took all the water away, and then it just lit itself
And
back
it was
up.
windy a little bit, so it
Yeah.
just-
It was pretty crazy. When we were in New Mexico the first time, when we were up in the Lincoln National Forest,
that was-
we just like it here. If you try and make a fire, you have to like work for it. You gotta like fan it, blow it, get it like really, really work for it to get it going because it's just so like the atmosphere always has a good amount of water in it. It's so humid here. And then we went out there and it was like light a match and drop it on something and it goes up in a blaze. This is crazy. Just
We were in a valley between like two
so there was wind whipping.
mountains, so that it was just like wind tunnel, and we had to like clear the spot behind our fire because the fire was being like blown a little bit. And we were following all the rules. Like we were allowed to have a fire, but you had to be careful. Like, there were wildfires happening out on the west coast at the time. So we were being cautious and making sure we were following the rules, and it was still sketchy.
Yeah. It was cool though.
Sounds great.
It was neat to see just the difference in humidity. It also felt like the cold felt different than cold here, where here it's like this like biting icy cold,
Yeah.
and there it was just like dry, and it was pretty like it was nice to be in the cold. You could just put a blanket on and you'd be warm. Yeah,
Yeah, it's real different.
it's very different. Yeah.
I know what dry heat is like, but not dry cold.
Hmm.
It's nice.
Sounds
Still
nice.
cold, but nice.
It doesn't like suck your soul away
Yeah.
like icy cold
Yeah,
does.
it's
Icy's like
cold.
it's like constantly trying to take your heat from you.
Yeah.
The dry,
Just trying to get to that your body.
Yeah.
Your clothes.
the dry cold, it was just like, all right, I'm cold, you're warm,
Mhm.
like you bundle up and you'll be okay.
I'm not seeing the description for rain dance in here, even though it's a move option.
Probably didn't write it. What level move is it?
It's the second level.
I'm kind of surprised that I didn't do that. I just went through the waterbending moves. I guess I didn't go through them thoroughly enough. Well, you know, the gist is that it enhances waterbending moves, or the damage.
You said the jizz.
The gist?
But you said the jizz.
Just the gist.
I'm glad you said jizz. I just am a 12-year-old boy.
Let me think. If I had to write it right now, it would probably be an action, and then you have an aura where waterbender is within 20 feet of you, or 30 feet of you maybe, have +1 attack and damage rolls for the duration, like a 1 minute duration maybe.
You said +1.
Yeah, but I might own. Oh wait, if it's waterbending, it's available to
It's not a big deal. I'm gonna choose other stuff.
Yeah, I feel like maybe as like a third level waterbending move though. I rescaled a bunch of the elemental bending moves to be. Oh wait, I did airbending the other day. That's why I didn't get to it. I rescaled a bunch of them from like first level up to second or third level. Gotta get to giant snowball still. That one was a little crazy.
That one was awesome.
Yeah.
Blue, like,
It was perfect for that moment. I'm glad that you had it. And all you have to do is like hit the attack, and then you don't have to spend any more chi. You just keep accumulating more damage. I was like, wait a minute. I read that back after having written it, and I was like, oh, I did a bad thing here. Like, this is. I was trying to emulate Rollout from Pokemon. Kyrie. I should get my phone charger. My shit gonna die. Yeah, we'll have to get back to Ichabod at some point. Because I want to know what he's gotten himself into. Upstairs. Someday, well, I guess I can't share the Twitch stream on White Lotus page, but my hope is to someday get the hype train going on White Lotus for one of these games. I don't know if it'll happen, but
So,
I hope.
I'll be back.
Goodbye, Ben.
can I switch out one of my second levels for lower level options?
Yep.
Is it all 1-to-1?
Yeah. A move is a move is a move. The other option, if you want to take a second level and then, so I don't think I've explained this to you and Ben yet, but basically, like, if you come across or invent a move in game, you can learn that move. And there's a way to calculate whether or not you do it successfully. And then over time, if you train it or practice it,
You told us that.
yeah,
Well, I
then
remember that.
then you'll gain mastery points. So if you want to have one move that you have one mastery point with, of first or second level, you can put that on your sheet. And we can play with it, and you can use it and just know that you might not use it with 100% success every time. And then maybe we can build some lore about how you came across that move, or yeah.
Okay. I finished the moves, so the last thing that I need to do is just update my features, and then maybe double check like what some certain like bonus things are, and then I'm ready to go.
Dang, you foiled my plan, Danny. In our chess game.
Yeah.
Said, no, sir. Not going down like that.
And then lay on hands is just a basic thing that I just have straight up.
Yep, that's one of your abilities.
Which means I probably don't need cure wounds.
Yeah, I mean, you have a good amount of healing through lay on hands. Yeah, I don't think you need cure wounds. You might. I think you'll. Cure wounds probably offers more healing per chi point.
Oh, cure wounds is also per chi point?
Yeah, because since it's a first level, I think, right? It costs 1 chi point to use.
Oh, that's how it works.
But I'm pretty sure cure wounds is also touch range.
It is.
So you can't use it with your tether ability, whereas lay on hands you can. So they have a little bit different utility where cure wounds is a little more healing, but at a shorter range. But it's just a matter of whether another move is more useful to you.
I mean, I might make a minor edit in the future, but this is fine for now.
Yeah, you don't have to be 100% on it. I haven't seen your techniques or moves, so if they change before next game and you haven't used one of them, I won't know the difference.
And the one thing I'm not seeing on here is what bending ability is made up of.
Your bending ability modifier is going to be your wisdom modifier.
Okay. Okay.
I hope you also made your dexterity one of your higher stats, since
It's not.
that'll be useful.
I'm just doubling down on being a role player. I'm just not gonna be that useful in battle.
Dexterity is just good for your armor class,
Sorry,
your defense. But since your constitution modifier is high, you should have a high hit point pool. And you can always put on heavier armor that relies less on dexterity.
Wait.
Full plate. Just hide out in there. Imagining like little tiny Nas inside of like a giant suit of armor, like cowering inside of it.
So, with sense energy, detecting energy becomes kind of pointless.
I think they do have overlap. You just have to look at the descriptions and see. 5 viewers. Where did 5 viewers come from?
Hello.
Maybe Kyrie and Kelsey put it on.
No. People watch it.
Real live viewers. Wow,
Carlos he streams it sometimes.
Nice. We'll actually get started soon. Should be some nice action in the first couple. I don't know, the beginning scenes. Oh yeah, I'm excited for this one. Excited to see how it goes. The name of this campaign is Meat or Wheat. I think I'm becoming the king of punny, not epic names. Oh god. Ashley NZ, are you from New Zealand? Prime
Yeah.
Hey Ashley. Is Matadero somebody I know too? Does your middle name start with an N then? And I never knew. I wonder if Clock went upstairs.
You did.
Yeah. Nice. Well, once all this COVID nonsense is over, if you want to join a game sometime, you're welcome to. I'm going to be doing a bunch of little campaigns with different players, and kind of interweaving them and bringing them together and overlapping. So, if you ever want to join. Uh-oh.
Okay, I think the last things that I need.
Oh shit. You got there and back pretty quick.
Yeah, I hate the gas.
Want some fries?
I want one fry.
Have some fries. Put them in a bowl.
Bowl of fries.
Animals meat. Slop.
Alright. My character's close enough. The last thing is that I need, that I don't think I have at the moment, are like the extra proficiencies for empath. I'm assuming that's still in the chief ending.
Proficiencies are on the empath class.
Let me see. At least the ones that I was reading last time.
look at skill proficiencies. It should be just after where the hit points are.
Here we go. There we go. Yeah, this is the last thing I need to do.
You got the ones from your archetype?
Like that's the archetypes, the ice stuff.
No, archetype is in chapter 4. It replaces background.
I'm not gonna do that. I think those are the last two things.
Yeah, that one's pretty simple. I think I can't remember which one you picked, but
Yeah, I think once I see them all though.
yeah. I would guess innocent seems
Yeah,
to make the
I
most
think
sense
that's
for
what-
us.
I think that's what I had. And then for your saving throws, you get to add your proficiency bonus. Like what's,
they're right. So there should be 2 that you're proficient in.
So it's your normal modifier plus your proficiency bonus. And that's for all checks, or is that for only for saving throws?
Right. Should get Kyrie one of those. Have a license. I bet you like that. Yeah.
Is that it?
No, that's the cider. Homemade, baby. My goal is going to be to make all my own alcohol that I consume.
Hey, saw what I said?
What?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's pretty expensive. Mm-hmm.
When you choose like special skill, is it just like +1 or like you know how you get to choose like skills that you're proficient in? Like how much is the bonus? Do you know?
Oh, that's based on on the score. So depending on the bonus that you would get based off of the attribute that it's anchored by. So like like athletics is strength based. So it'll always be your strength modifier.
But you choose like 2 that you're proficient in, you don't get anything extra.
Right. That's that's like when you level when you hit when your first level you choose, and then your archetype would give you some more.
When I did it last time, there were 2 skills that I chose where I got like extra like additional points beyond just your normal modifier. Am I misreading that?
Yeah,
So,
no, that's
Yeah, that's the case. Any skill that you're proficient in, you
get
get
their proficiency bonus.
right. You gain your proficiency bonus on those checks, and you can mark those by just filling in the circle.
Yeah. All right, now I'm just gonna do the archetype, and then I'm done.
Cool. Yeah, you might want to check those skills from archetype because they'll probably overlap. And then you should get 1 feature, a couple languages. But languages you can figure out later. I don't think you'll need them. Nope. I'm just nodding, just giving you the okey doke. I can't wait till my hair grows back out all the way again. My hair grows very slowly, I guess.
Yeah. Goes quicker though if you trim it every once.
Is that true? Just don't want to do it. guess I should switch it from just chatting to D&D again soon. I made a little tiny overlay for us.
I saw.
You saw that?
I don't think I've seen it.
I just added a little banner up top. I need to add some color to my color palette because you know the tan and gray is a little bland. But and like especially on the YouTube videos, like the screen just looks very yellow. Like with the chair, that light, this light, everything just ends up looking very yellow. So gotta find a way to introduce some other colors to balance it out a little bit. So you gotta wear red. Gino's gotta wear blue.
Yeah,
I'm just
yellow,
kidding.
blue is a combination. That's something nice and- Ooh.
What do you think Ichabod's up to right now, Danny?
He would have already made it to drop, or he was dropped off at drop, right?
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, Lay. Did you hear Ben talking about Lay encountering a G blocker that
no.
took her bending?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yep.
Whoa.
Just for the fun of it.
Well,
Just because.
Statistic. I wasn't even an equalist.
Right?
Oh, but yeah, Ichabod, he's been working. He went over to the local wrestling ring, and he's been apprenticing a great luchador named
Alright.
the King of Metropolis. Wrestling
The
name.
Lucha King.
So yeah, Ichabod's been shadowing. He's been his apprentice.
Okay. Last couple things. Passive wisdom. That's just going to be.
It's passive perception, so it's 10 plus your perception
Perception.
score.
Okay. And then for my armor class, I just have leather armor. Do you know like what class that is?
11 plus dexterity modifier. That's why dex is good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna survive any battles. Okay. One more thing I'm gonna do.
Ben, we also need to adjust your chi points because I switched up the chi point calculations again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll figure out what we need to know.
Yeah, I got 14 key points, but I also took endurance and open stuff.
Yeah,
So it gives you extra, 4 extra.
I scaled it way down, so it's like 1 to 6 is the absolute max
Okay.
per level, and that's for a sage, an empath, and a
Right.
prodigy
Okay.
only. And I included constitution modifier now, which I thought made sense. Just so like for the fighter, it's 1d2 plus con divided by 2
Right.
per level. So that's if they had a +5 con modifier, that'd be 3.5 per level.
Right.
Which I feel like that makes a little bit more sense. You know, as far as spells go, most classes didn't get more than 2 spell slots in the first level. So
Okay, I think I'm good to go.
cool.
Do you want any fries, Gina?
Huh?
Any Bojangles fries?
Yeah, thank you.
Can I have one more?
Oh, I know.
That actually might be vegan though, the honey mustard.
Not because honey.
Nah, I don't care about that.
Okay.
Respect.
Look, gotta live my life, you know?
Okay, I'm honey? You joking me? Alright. What about
So-
she?
So a couple things. One thing is that your flow state is going to cost 1 chi point to enter it as a bonus action, and it'll last for 1 minute, which is 10 rounds. And then we're going to recalculate your chi points real quick. So write down these numbers and then we'll add it all up. So 2 plus your constitution modifier divided by 2.
Okay. That's what it is?
That's
2?
for first level.
Alright, 2.
And then for second level and above, we're going to do 1d2 plus con modifier divided by 2.
Flip a coin.
So yeah, flip a coin or roll a d4, and odd numbers are 1 and even numbers are 2. Either way you want to do it.
1d2 plus 2.
Divided by 2.
I mean, 2 divided by 2.
Wait, so you have your con modifier is 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so add 2 to whatever you got to the first from the first round, and then do it 2 more times to get to level 4.
I skipped level 3?
No.
Do it 2 more times, third level and fourth level. 1. So add 1.5, and then
Alright. 3.
so add another 1.5, and then whatever the total is your chi point total. 2.
Oh, it was 2 plus 2 plus 2.5 plus 4.5?
No, it should be 2, 2, 1.5, 1.5, right?
I rolled a 3 on them.
Yeah, but it counts as a 1 because it's a 1d2. So odd numbers count as 1.
Okay. So, and then I add those?
Yeah.
4, 6.
So it should be, I think, 7.
Ah.
Yeah. So we'll see how this works out, and if y'all run out of chi every time and feel like you're being suffocated, then we'll boost it back up again.
So 7 total chi.
hmm
Okay. Ooh. Taking a hit.
How many chi points did you end up with, Gino?
19.
Whoa. Wait, did you follow the new formula?
So it was, what was it? Roll like a 6-sided die divided by 2 plus constitution.
Yeah, but opposite. So 6 plus con divided by 2.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay.
How come mine was a 4?
Fighters need less.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If I divide 19 by 4, it's almost 5. What's your con modifier?
Plus 3.
Okay, cool. Sweet. So hopefully that works out. We'll see. We'll see how it is. So to give you all a lay of the land on where you are now. Well, let's start with. We already talked a little bit about what Lay's been doing during this time. So let's get into what Nas has been up to since y'all traveled through Metropolis and then through some mountains. Maybe just, I mean, Lay had their bending stolen.
Yeah.
Ichabod went and started fighting in the fighting pits. So just whatever Nas has been doing during that time, or maybe thought process or whatever works.
Yeah, I think after traveling for a little while, Nas kind of stumbles back to Metropolis pretty lost, but deciding like, okay, I need to hone like my spiritual, I need to hone like my meditative skills. So just kind of spent a lot of time on the outskirts of Metropolis meditating, like praying to UA, trying to like channel maybe ancestors, and over that time, feeling like her like powerful attacking abilities diminished, but her ability to kind of like have a keen sense of the subtle realms and the ability to like heal like greatly increased. It just feels like way more in tune with the world on like a fundamental level, but maybe not in terms of her relationships or sense of direction. So like in terms of like what's gonna happen next, she doesn't really know, but now at the very least she feels like she has the intuitive and like experiential spiritual faculties to kind of guide her in the right direction.
Cool. So has there been any development in like religious spirituality with relationship with UA at all? And what is Naz's relationship to UA like in general?
So, well, before Naz was calling on UA for everything. Like whenever she could, she would call on UA. But now I think that she seems to maybe be less concerned about UA and more just about like maybe universal spirituality. That because like through this meditation time, she now just kind of feels like energy kind of coursing through everything and being able to interpret that, not necessarily through the lens of this,
Like the religious spirit?
yeah, of this, at least of UA as a religious spirit.
Cool. So I wrote some more backstory for UA. And I'll send that to our group chat so that you can
Read up on it.
Yeah, check it out whenever you want. It came out of some of Kyrie's story being a disciple of UA. So we made a little like fundamental quick
This is how it
little
works.
narrative about UA's life and sort of just the religious story that goes along with being a follower of UA. So now you all have moved left Metropolis and headed back into the Earth Nation. Do you all feel like Lei and Naz would have any sort of like geographic direction, any interests in going anywhere in particular, or are they just hitting the road and wandering?
I need to see the map again, probably.
Yeah, I've redrawn the map as well, so we'll have to I'll have to update you all on that later.
I feel like if I'm going to be kind of in line with what I was doing in Metropolis, I'm interested in going to any part of the Earth Kingdom that's rumored to be like spiritually potent or where there's a great like wealth of knowledge in terms of like healing and the healing arts, since that's still like what my foundation is and what I'm trying to cultivate.
So roll a spirit check for me, and let's see how much Naz knows about the spirit in the Earth Nation, or spirits in the Earth Nation.
14.
Cool. Let me write something down real quick.
I want to roll. Okay, 15.
Do you have minus?
I didn't say Lei roll.
I mean, you know.
Well, Lei is from the Earth Nation, so she's a little more steeped in it, whereas Naz is learning as she goes.
I'd like to know where we're going.
So basically the spiritual nature of the Earth Nation is that every region has its it's local spirits. I think we discussed this some when we played last time. The overarching spirit is Mother Nature. That's like the highest spirit, and the king is said to have a like divine connection to the spirit of Mother Nature. But the local spirits hold a lot of power within the hearts of the people of their region. So I don't know what that would look like for Lei, being from like a canyon land. Most of these spirits are like the spirit of the mountain, the spirit of like the river that flows through, or maybe some sort of like defining spirit that runs through all of the plants and animals. So we were talking about like dry New Mexico, arid desert. So things out there tend to be like a little bit more harsh and scaly. So maybe there's something like some spirit that like the rugged, tough spirit, some spirit that kind of embodies that characteristic for that region. Might be a spirit that is that's looked up to in that area. So in terms of looking for certain spirits in the Earth Nation, really what you need to do is look at the land and look at the territory and see like what sort of spirits do I think would come out of this land or this area. If I want a healing spirit, maybe I'm looking deep in the forest for something that like a hidden treasure, or hidden healing knowledge that that's kind of been tucked away from the world.
I guess maybe to clarify, I'm not as interested in seeking out the spirits themselves, but in terms of like finding people that have a healing tradition, so that I can try to learn about, maybe to get some info about my people that I don't really know too much about.
Yeah, they go hand in hand to some degree. But it's good to know that Nas is seeking like more practically and more on the human side rather than the spiritual side.
Right.
And then Lei is, I think at this point, like kind of like Nas's bodyguard with the fighting prowess that Lei has and the lack of fighting prowess that Nas has.
Lei, what happened? I mean, I have to say that I'm so happy that you're here with me, but I think out of everyone in the group, you're the last person that I thought that I'd end up with as a longtime traveler.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that either.
I'm hopeful that this time around we can kind of form like a more cohesive bond, one that's not based on jokes and teasing each other.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes.
So you've traveled through some of the taller mountains. We talked about there being a very large mountain range in between the Earth and the Air Nations, and so you've come like through those larger mountains, through Metropolis, which is going to be situated near those mountains as well, and then coming down the other side of them into some lower mountains in the Earth Nation. And you all are traveling right now in a wooded, forested area up in the mountains, just kind of maybe following, I don't know, should you all have a map?
Yeah.
Probably could have gotten a map in Metropolis, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just say for now that y'all are following a map, and then I'll give you a map of the Earth Kingdom that you can actually be following next game. So this map has, I would say, all of the major cities, major roads, and some villages in between. And I guess y'all are just kind of following a forest road that leads over the mountains.
Okay, all right.
Make a
17. What can I see? What's the
for perception.
Yeah.
You see some birds. There are a lot of like small birds flitting in between like trees and bushes here and there.
Okay.
You are kind of on the side of a mountain right now, like coming around a bend in the forest, like coming around the edge of a mountain, kind of not quite cliffside, but just mountain steep. You're on a path around, going around the side of one of them. You've seen off and on that there's a pretty large river that runs in these mountains, and a lot of creeks that run down to the river, and made a lot of like little creek crossings as you go from mountain to mountain and cross the valleys. Some villages here and there that you've passed, all pretty small. You haven't really come to a large town yet. And with a 17 perception, you've noticed like you haven't noticed a lot of wildlife. You haven't encountered any sort of like large or dangerous animals to this point. And even like large game, you haven't really seen too much of.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good.
Make a survival check to see how well y'all are reading the map. Whoever's reading the map, maybe both of you.
Just lost. I would be lost.
22.
Okay, so Nas is doing a good job keeping y'all on track.
But it's not. But we're not quite sure where we're heading on the map. We're just kind of following the common trails at this point.
Right, following roads. So I'm gonna have it be around midday today when you all make it down into like a pretty, I would say like a high valley, forested and flatter, and make perception checks.
6, 8.
20.
Okay.
We get those.
So, Naz, you get a sense that you're being followed on the road.
Okay. I would like to use. I don't know the mechanics for a lot of my things yet, but can I covertly use sense energy to get a sense of like the nature, the type of person that's following me?
Yeah, will you
Pull up what it is.
Yeah, I just want to remind myself of the nature of the.
Basically, I'll feel like good and positive if it's good energy. I'll feel uneasy, on edge if not. And as an action, I can basically expand that awareness. And to detect sources.
Okay. So your general sense, maybe your perception check reveals like a rustle in the leaves behind you. Mm-hmm. That's hidden behind the trees. There's some low brush here and there, so it's probably 60 to 100 feet behind you, a good ways, but close enough for you to hear. And your general energy read is one of like danger. You can't see it, and it's behind you, so that's a dangerous sign.
Do I have a sense that it's a consistent stalking, or is it kind of increasing in like intensity in terms of like how close it is, or like how intense it is?
Once you are you still moving? Have you shown any signs of
At this point, I haven't even talked with Leigh about this. I'm just kind of walking, but becoming more silent and just starting to pay attention just a little bit more.
Okay. Do a charisma saving throw. I want to see how well you like maintain your composure.
Not very charismatic out here. 13.
What am I rolling against?
Just Nas because she's the one that hears it. Don't care.
Is it your back? Okay.
The roll is not for you, son.
Oh yeah. Is that charisma as well, or?
The roll's for me.
Oh, why did you? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, forget it.
So I'm perceiving something, but I haven't brought it up yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought because he said or your charisma for like your poker face.
Yeah, just Nas because only Nas hears it.
Okay.
What was your saving throw? 14?
13.
13. So once you hear that rustle, it stops. You don't hear anything after that.
Okay.
You just hear a single rustle.
All right. So I also stop, and I turn to Leigh. Something's following us, and
Okay.
I'm not sure what it is. It seems to know that we know. Should we investigate, or should we just keep on walking?
Is it? Do you know what it is? Is it a spirit or a person or an animal?
I can't tell, but it seems ominous.
All right.
All right, both of you make perception checks.
I'm on high alert. Jesus.
21. Critical fail.
A one?
Well, it's a one.
It's a one.
Yeah.
One's a one.
Yeah.
So
Wait. So I don't notice whatever it is.
But I just told you
Just
about
roll,
it.
but you told me.
right,
So I'm gonna go into stealth.
you want to hide?
I wanna hide.
All right.
Am I hiding with you?
So
Leigh?
here's what happens. As you are like, oh shit, all right, I'm gonna hide.
Yeah.
Nas, you hear rustling on two sides of the path. With a 21, you would probably know like one creature on either side of the path.
So I don't get a sense that they're humans. They're just straight creatures.
So a creature is the broad term in D&D for
Anything.
any creature. It could be a spirit, it could be an animal, it could be a human. When I say creature, but
Can I tell if it's humanoid? Like, is it a human-esque type?
it's moving quicker than you would expect from a human.
Human.
So this happens all like in a blink. So Leigh is like, I gotta hide. Like I'm gonna dash to hide. Two large wolves that are about the size of each of you come out from in front of, like from the bushes on either side and appear in front of you, like kind of facing in diagonally toward either one of you.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, from behind,
Jesus.
Leigh, you get hit. I assume it's a 20
Yeah.
to hit. You take 10 damage and make a strength saving throw.
All right. 14.
All right, so you barely meet the saving throw.
Oh, is this a saving throw? 16.
Okay, so you hold strong, like you get hit from behind and kind of like staggered forward as something like you get hit with like a giant paw from behind you, that makes you stagger forward. So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
And do we know if that's a third wolf?
It is. These are grizzly wolves.
Jesus.
And the third one that hit Leigh is significantly larger than the first two. The first two are the size of each of you.
And initiative, we add dexterity.
You add your dexterity modifier. I'm gonna go get a grid real quick so that I can draw a little map for this combat.
I'm getting around already.
Yeah. I'm just so you know, like I've weakened a lot. So for battle, I have absolutely nothing for you.
Okay.
Yeah, but
What do you-
but hopefully, like the next week, I'm gonna go through my move list again to make it a little bit better. But I also have lower stats too, so
So are you a pure healer now?
I'm pretty much like a pure like support character with almost no attack ability. Just heads up.
Alright.
Because if we were traveling, you'd notice that like I can't just like decimate people if I touch hands like I used to.
Yeah.
But my healing capabilities got a little better.
Oh, I shouldn't be right in front of the camera doing this.
Can I use a reaction at this point?
Well, it'll be based on initiative.
Alright.
Well, actually, you could, because you can use reactions when it's not your turn.
Yeah, on hit. Like if I'm struck, I can.
Mm-hmm.
I can use Stone's Endurance.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking that up.
Just giving y'all some quick trees that you could potentially hide behind, and some bushes. All right. So this is the fastest battle map of all time.
Okay.
It's not very good. These are going to be trees. The squiggly areas are going to be low brush. So that could give you low cover if you.
And they attacked us while we were in
If
the
you
middle
wanna
of the
use it.
path.
Yeah, so y'all are gonna be right here. I'm gonna get some pieces that we can put on there, and then y'all can move the pieces as we play out the combat.
I'm about to roll this Stone's Endurance.
Do you roll for Stone's Endurance?
Not yet. I'm about to in a second.
Remind me how that works.
So it's a D12 plus your Constitution modifier, and then it reduces damage by that total.
Okay.
And I
then-
can't use it again until a shorter long.
Okay, cool.
Should I? No, I shouldn't say that. Alright. Okay, not bad. That's a 12. No, that's 13. Sweet. I rolled a 13.
Cool. And the total damage was 10, so you completely nullified the damage.
Okay. I don't get extra health back then. Alright. I'm back to normal then.
Back to max. So you've nullified that first hit, which is good. But there may be more.
Yeah.
What color do y'all want to be?
Blue.
For water.
Alright, trying to tell me what color I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna make y'all houses. So y'all can be beside each other. Maybe lace.
Oh, we're both blue? Thought they would be a different color.
Then you want to be a different color?
Thought they might be a different color.
I'll have the wolves
Nah,
be red.
It can be the same.
So behind you all is gonna be the largest wolf, and then the two that cut you off will be the boats. So they're gonna be like here and here. And it'll be best if you like, you know, pick a square for your little token to be on. And then we can play from there.
And then another question I have is how do saving throws work? So if I do a move that requires a creature to do a saving throw, do they just have to like beat out? Is it based on my roll against theirs, or is it based on something else?
There's a number that you'll calculate, which is 8 plus your proficiency plus wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
plus your wisdom modifier, and they have to beat that number
Okay.
when you force them to make a saving throw.
Is the Earthbender sheet around, or the Earth class?
Say that again.
The Earth class, or race Earth race sheet.
Oh, yeah, it should be in that stack somewhere.
Or maybe I didn't look deep enough.
Why did this?
No, I have it.
Sweet.
Name camera froze me.
Soleil has like a big ass afro.
No, that's you. We were deep in thought.
I was just really trying to get this thing done so that we could get started.
Whenever you look down or you're reading something, you're
Furrowing your brows.
yeah, it's like
I don't wear my glasses,
straight
so
face. Okay.
I'm also trying to be serious too.
This is a serious game.
Yeah.
Super.
Nah, I take it seriously. I'm not.
No, of course. I think I don't like playing around like not serious. Personally.
Yeah, I don't want a character die. That would suck.
Oh, so you don't want a character death?
I do not.
All right, let me tone down these wolves
No,
real quick
don't.
then.
You're about to kill us off, Red.
Oh, you thought you were playing for a long time?
It's a one shot.
This is a one shot. All right, cool. What are our initiative rolls?
15.
Somewhere over there. I think mine was 8. I want to say 8.
Okay. The wolves rolled a natural 20 on initiative, so they get first
All of
attack.
them did? Or they're
I
in
just grouped
tandem?
them.
So they get to triple attack us?
Yeah, they're gonna smack y'all.
Good.
Well,
I like a good smack.
I might be dead.
all right. So let's see.
Oh wait, don't I have proposed in this or something? No.
You have maneuvers that you can use. If you look for offensive maneuvers, you have 3 of them, and if you need the maneuver descriptions, I can send them.
It should be in the fighter.
Oh, that's for him.
I don't think they're in the fighter class.
They're called
No,
maneuver?
I didn't.
Offensive maneuver? No.
Yeah, it lists them, but it doesn't give the
Yeah.
the descriptions. Let me send it to you real quick.
Intimidating. Precision.
One second, please.
Oh my god, I'm about to get smacked. This is horrible.
Alright, coming to you in Messenger. Now. So I'm just going to roll an attack for each of them. So just to give you some idea of what these wolves look like, they are very stocky, like big, meaty, muscly wolves. They look pretty strong. They look pretty fast. If you imagine the wolves from Princess Mononoke, they're about that size.
Damn.
So they're not like play wolves.
How do we not see them? How did I not see them?
They were just behind you.
True.
All right.
So when you get a natural 20 on initiative, you get an extra attack. Each of those wolves get an extra attack, right?
No, the natural 20 only truly affects attack rolls.
Attack rolls, okay.
Now, sometimes we'll play it that like if you critically fail or critically succeed on an ability check or something, it'll be extraordinary or extraordinarily bad. But the technicality is that they only affect attacks. So the largest wolf misses a bite attack on Lei. The two smaller wolves are gonna move forward. So if y'all don't mind moving the the boats up to Nas in the front. Yep. One of them rolls a 13 to hit you.
To hit which of us? To hit me?
Yep.
So that should hit, but I see that with Water Shield, I have it on reaction. Is reaction...
Yep, you
Can I
can
use that
You
against
can
that?
use it now.
Okay, so as that wolf is coming, I kind of whip out my, I guess like my canteen I have on my person,
Mm-hmm.
and just make a quick like water shield to with both my hands to protect myself.
Cool.
Which
That boosts
gives
your
me-
AC by 5, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
so I
that'll make that miss. The second one rolls a natural 20, so it bursts straight through your water shield, and it does 12 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then make a strength saving throw as well.
Uh, 8.
Okay, so you're knocked down. You throw up the shield, and one of them is kind of turned to the side. The second one bursts straight through the shield, bites you, and knocks you down. And it's going to be your turn now.
Okay.
Let's go.
So I have action, bonus action, and to get up costs an action.
Getting up costs half your movement,
Half my
and you have 30 feet of movement.
Okay, so I'm going to and okay, so all right, so I'm gonna try to get up and then like put my hands out towards the direction of both of the wolves and like see if I can get them to calm down, basically, like to charm them. So that's wisdom saving throw at advantage for them.
Okay. What move are you using?
Charm person.
And does it target 2 or does it only target 1?
I'm using it as a second level spell to target both.
Cool.
Oh fuck.
Alright, they both succeed since they're at advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say that they kind of hunker down and growl at you, and you can see that they're still menacing. They accept the intention though. They were very aggressively attacking. Now they are
On edge.
they're like standing, still angry or like still looking aggressive, but not like actively coming after you in the moment.
And then do I get bonus actions?
Mhm.
And what can you do with a bonus action?
I think for the empath you can tether as a bonus action. It's all dependent on your abilities though.
But I
So
can't just do another move.
only if it says the execution time is a bonus action.
Okay. Let me look really, really quickly.
Yeah, just scan through and
Try to be quick.
it's all good. I'll also, I don't know if I modified it before I printed it, but your chi cost for tether is going to go down to 1 chi point instead of 2.
Okay. So I think I just have to end my turn. There's no bonus actions for your weapons either, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I just have to end my turn. I guess I'll use like half my movement to stand back up and maybe just retreat back with the rest of my like for the 15 feet of remaining movement. Maybe off into the brush.
If you move out of their range, you'll
They'll have an attack of
you'll
opportunity.
you'll get an attack of opportunity.
Alright, I'll just fucking stay in there.
I would highly recommend tethering as well, though, just because it'll split the damage that each of you take between the two of you, and allow you to use lay on hands and communicate telepathically.
Okay.
Um,
And I can do that as a bonus action.
and you can do that as a bonus action.
And I'll tether as the bonus action.
The only requirement is that you stay within 30 feet. But basically, what this allows you to do is like kind of stay behind Lay and like use Lay as your shield in a way, but also heal her up simultaneously. So we can wait till Ben gets back.
So you didn't even look to see like what my roll was against theirs for the wisdom saving throw. So they just have to beat a certain number.
Yeah, they just have to beat the
13.
13.
I'm guessing. And you said it's proficiency bonus plus wisdom plus
8.
Plus 8, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not that great.
It's usually pretty low at early levels.
Yeah.
All right, Lay, you're up.
Alright. Let's see. I'm going for the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd that dice go? Okay.
Do I use one?
No, I'm cool. I like this bubblegum one. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a 2-weapon attack against this big one. What is intimidating? Let's see. If I can use that. Yeah, I want to do an intimidating attack, which means that when you hit a creature with an attack, well, I should probably roll first.
Yeah. See if you hit.
Okay. It's plus 6. Oh, 26. Natural.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll roll your damage dice twice to
Okay,
calculate
so-
that damage. But if you're going to do the intimidating attack, go ahead and you'll add the D8 that you get, or the D6 superiority die. Right?
D8.
D6. I don't think you've
So I
gotten
have
to a high
totals?
enough level for a D8. Let me double check though.
Oh, it's by level. Weapons are by level.
So your long swords are D8. Your intimidating attack die, you gain extra damage from intimidating attack,
Yeah.
and it's based on your superiority die, which scales with levels now.
Okay. I thought you meant my weapon.
No, weapon's still D8, but since you're using the superiority die on a critical hit,
Mm-hmm.
you roll that die twice as well.
Okay. I'll do the. I don't see D8.
So it'll be a D8 and a D6 rolled twice. 2D8, 2D6. What I could say.
Okay, so I rolled a 6 and a 4 with the D6,
Okay,
and a 5 and a 7 with the D8.
so 22 damage. That is a hefty strike.
I was over at Lay like, whoa.
Hefty strike.
Let's see, 9 and 11. Yeah.
You did that on the Big Mama.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. What is intimidating? So I lost a cheat point. I have 6 now.
Mhm.
And I add the superiority die to the damage roll. Did they make a wisdom save?
What does it say on there?
Okay. Add your superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and the target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it is frightened of you until the end of your next turn.
Okay. Yeah, so it fails its wisdom save. So, I mean, you hit the fuck out of it. I'll say you put a nice slash, like, down its shoulder right here, kind of like in between the neck and the shoulder. And it is frightened of you, which means that it can't move. It can't advance toward you
Okay.
on this turn.
I'm sorry. Didn't I roll a 30 for damage?
I think it was 22 on the dice, and then you should add your strength modifier to that.
Right. So 7 and 5.
That's
plus
12.
strength. I'm sorry. 12 plus just one modifier.
Just your strength modifier.
Okay, so that's 16, and then the 4 and 6, right?
10. So 26 damage total.
Okay.
Cool.
I didn't.
Yeah, we just missed the strength modifier.
Yeah,
So.
didn't do the math right.
Yeah, so like I said, hefty hit. It's definitely a significant wound. You can also still attack with your bonus action if you want to, since you're two-handed, or you're two-weapon fighting. So that would
Should
be.
I save it? Well, I can't do anything with the bonus action, right?
I don't think you can do anything else with your bonus action. You can go into flow, offensive flow, which
Okay.
is like your basic fighting ability.
I'll just go for another attack on the same.
Okay.
Is that just another basic attack roll?
Mm-hmm.
A 13.
Okay, so that one hits, and go ahead and so this one will just be a D8 plus your strength, or actually no, not even plus strength, just D8. Wait, did you pick two weapon fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, so D8 plus strength.
Okay.
So Ben can attack with his other, because he's dual wielding.
Mm-hmm. He can attack with two weapons per turn.
And then
5.
5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
1. I rolled a 1 and then plus 4.
Cool. And then the other question I had is, I can't find it in these notes for some reason, but what was the sort of perks of getting into stance?
It gives you a better AC, so it gives you 10 plus your wisdom plus your 10 plus dexterity plus constitution modifiers.
And is that a potential bonus action that you can do getting into stance?
That requires half of your movement.
Half your movement too.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then you move at half speed when
Okay.
you're in stance.
Perfect. 10 plus wisdom plus, what was the third thing?
10 plus dex plus constitution
Okay, 10 plus dex.
for waterbenders. Waterbender.
Still getting the hang of this.
Yep.
It'll be so smooth once after a couple more sessions.
Yeah. Yeah. I decided to throw y'all right into combat. I figure you love combat,
Yeah.
so we might as well just kick it off and get used to y'all fighting together. Alright, so the two wolves, if you'll move them for me, are going to wrap around to the side of the big wolf. Yep, staying within 5 feet of you at all times to not make, or to not have attacks of opportunity. And they're going to like turn toward you and kind of like defend the mother wolf, like the largest wolf. And they're gonna make an intimidation check, and one is gonna help the other, so they're gonna roll it at advantage to try and intimidate you all. So they roll a 14. So y'all make charisma saves.
I'm intimidated.
I'm not. I have a question about the last turn.
Mhm.
Okay, so 2 weapon fighting. Does that mean that I should have rolled my d8s twice?
You did. So
Okay.
you got it. You got its first attack was the one where you did like 20 something damage. Second attack was the second D8 that you rolled. Like you rolled a D20 and then a D8 for the second attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's you did roll them twice. You just rolled them separately.
Okay.
All right. So Nas is frightened, which means you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and you can't willingly move closer to the wolves.
And now it's my turn again.
The large
Oh,
wolf
large wolf.
is gonna go real quick and is going to. What do we want to do here? All right, so the large wolf is gonna like turn and lay for a second. You're like, oh shit, it's gonna run. Like it got scared, and then it takes its back foot and just kicks the dirt straight at your face, and like tries to hit both of you with a sand attack, basically just like shooting sand into your face. So
Accuracy goes down.
make dexterity saves.
What are you using this one? I don't think so.
I fail.
22.
Yeah. So Lay has succeeded on both of the saves. Nas failed on both of the saves. So Nas is blinded and frightened until the end of the next turn. Until the end of their next turn. Let me double check. And Nas, you take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Alright, so Lay, or Nas, you're up, sorry.
So I'd like to use lay on hands. Is there a limit to the amount of chi that I can expend?
It should say in the description, I'm pretty sure it's half of your empath level.
Okay. I'm not seeing that in the notes, but let me see.
Description.
The DC for this check, what's DC again?
Difficulty class, so that's like what they have to roll to save it.
Yeah, from what I'm reading here, it's not giving me a limit. So if we just use that limit,
So the last paragraph of Lay on, or the second to last paragraph of Lay on Hands says you can expend a number of chi points up to your empath level for each use of Lay on Hands. So you can go up to
Where
your
is that?
empath level.
okay, I can go up to my empath level.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm going to use like all of the energy that I have to heal as much of my energy that I can. So that should be an ability to heal myself for 20 hit points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, I think that's right.
So I'll do that, which takes me back to full health.
Cool. And that's your action.
That's my action, and then for my bonus action, I'm trying to just get into stance to get my wits about me and to
Okay,
feel secure again.
cool. All right, Lay, you're up.
Okay, I'm still going for the big one.
Okay. So you're going to fight through the two small ones and just go for the leader. I mean, not really fight through them, but just
Okay.
bypass
do
them,
I
right?
have to move? Yeah. Well, since they're all so close, if I... Never mind. If I moved, I would still be... I still get an attack of opportunity. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going for the big one. Another natural 20. 26.
Holy shit.
20... Yeah, 26.
Lay, Ben finally figured out how to roll tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll your
Same
D8
thing.
twice, and then
6 and 2. So
Okay. And then add your strength modifier.
that's 12. 12.
Okay. Yeah. Struck him again. Where do you want to hit?
The stomach.
Okay.
The gut.
Going for a stab? Yeah. Cool. And you want to make an offhand attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I offhand attack one of the smaller ones?
Sure.
Alright. 18.
Yep, that hits.
That's a D8 or
D8 still.
4. Sweet. 12.
Cool. All right. So you hit the large. You stab the large one and then slash or stab the small one. How does this look?
I go like that. Yeah.
And a slash to the side. Cool.
Yep.
All right. So I think these wolves are seeing that their real threat here is Lei, and are just gonna all gang up and make attacks against Lei. All right.
I walked out when you were.
Yeah. So they're all just ganging up on you and going for attacks on you. The lowest roll was a 16, and the other ones are well over 20.
Okay.
Does the 16 hit?
No.
What's your AC?
18.
18. All right. So the first one is gonna do 9 points of damage. Second one's gonna do 8 points of damage, and then actually I guess it won't really matter. Roll a strength saving throw, and maybe at disadvantage since you're getting attacked by 3 wolves at the same time.
So
They're all
one's-
pouncing on you.
First one's 19. Second. Alright, it's a 19.
19 both times.
No, 19 and then 19 plus.
Yeah,
6.
more. So 19. Cool. Yeah, so you stay standing. You got your damage down, and then it's going to be Nazi's turn.
Okay, so I feel like from walking with Lei, I'd have a general sense of what her HP, like where her health is like looking at.
Yeah, so
I
you all
know,
can
Yeah.
communicate
Oh, yeah,
telepathically. Yeah, so you just
how
know.
How you feeling? Like how damaging was this 17 points of damage?
I'm feeling like I'm half of my regular self.
All right, so like I'll just close my eyes and focus my energy on restoring Lei back to full health with Lei on hands again.
Okay.
And I can't really do a bonus action, so that's just my action to restore Lei.
Cool. Is that 4 chi points?
That's 4. That should 17. So
Yeah, if you want to go to full,
full, yeah.
it would be 4. How are you doing on chi?
I have 8 chi left.
Cool. So you've used just over half?
I've used more than half. I've
Yeah.
used 11 chi points.
What is this tethering skill again?
So that allows Nas to use lay on hands from 30 feet away. It gives the two of you a telepathic communication. The idea is that Nas puts her hand on your back and creates an energetic link between the two of you. After which you're able to share energy. You can actually share damage as well. So if you get damaged, Nas could take half. And it makes it so that anytime Nas gets healed, she can pass those points on to you as well. Okay. So let's say Nas has 17 points of damage, uses 4 points of lay on hands to heal herself, heals that 17, she can pass the last 3 on to you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's not written. That was a recent change that I made.
The one question I have for tether is, does it continuously expend chi points to continue to tether?
Nope.
Okay.
I think it lasts for a minute. If I wrote it as I think I should have, which is 10 rounds of combat. And we've gone through 3. So,
Alright.
cool. All right, back to the wolves. Let's see. They're gonna keep attacking. Straight up. That one misses. 22 hits.
Yeah.
And 23 hits. So 11 points of damage
Alright.
and 14 points of damage. And then make your strength save again.
Okay.
So basically these wolves are just like constantly jumping on Lay. Trying to bite. Yeah, just hounding Lay down. And they're big. Like there's some big motherfuckers. So they're not. They're just like taking turns snapping at Lay.
Half wolf, half.
Grizzly bear. But they're much larger. They're like
And then
princess.
grizzly?
They're Princess Mononoke size wolves. If you remember those.
I'm in death save territory.
You hit 0 hit points.
Yeah. I have 14 and then whatever that was.
Well, Nas healed you, right? On
You
the
went back
last
to
turn.
full on the last
Yeah.
turn.
Oh. Okay, so how much damage was that?
So it was
14.
14 for the last hit, and then the first hit I think was 11.
Yeah, 25.
So
Okay.
25 points of damage.
Okay.
And then make your strength save to see if you stay on your feet.
Oh, I don't.
No?
I
Alright, so
rolled a 9.
yeah, so you're knocked prone this time.
Okay. Oh, is it my turn or their turn?
Nas.
I'm just gonna heal Lay again for 20 points since that's the max that I can do.
Thanks.
You're there in hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, Nas has 19 G points. So, but they're getting expended, I think, at the appropriate rate for what I've calculated.
And Lay, you're worth it.
It's your turn now, Ben.
Alright, can I get into flow state?
Yeah. So that'll be your bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that. I think I'm on.
What are you doing?
I don't know if I used one before. I'll just say.
Yeah, you used one for a maneuver before.
Okay, 5 then. I'm on 5 now.
I'll go ahead and tell you this is going to be your only combat of the day, so you might as well go ahead and use all those chi points. There's no point in hanging on to them.
I'm just reading the.
Yeah. What your maneuvers do?
Lasts for 3 rounds.
It's still midday.
Oh, flow state.
Unless they decide to fight any
Early afternoon.
old women that come on
Yeah,
fast.
Alright, I'm rolling an attack now.
Are you going to do any of your maneuvers or just a straight attack?
Oh, I can do both?
So maneuver gets added onto an attack.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So like anytime you land an attack, you can use a maneuver with it.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Should be. I'll go intimidating again.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which one are you attacking?
Two that. Well, I gotta get up, right? That's half my movement.
Half your movement to get up.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I'll go for the 2 that are. Well, the one I attacked before.
The smaller one.
Yeah.
Okay.
16.
Yep, that hits.
Gosh. And then 1d8 or 2d8?
1d8. Or 1d8 and 1d6. So whenever you use your maneuver, you'll get that d6.
5. 3.
Okay, plus your strength.
I still add it? No, I rolled a 1 with my.
Oh, okay, so that was a 5. I
Yeah.
see. So 8 total. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. And they'll make a wisdom save. They rolled a 15, which should be high enough to beat your DC. I think.
I have to roll for it.
No, DC is already calculated. It's 8 plus proficiency bonus plus either your strength or your dexterity for maneuvers.
16. 8 plus 2, 10.
Mm-hmm.
And my strength is strength. Oh, I always think of them. Okay, yeah, 14.
14. Cool. Yeah, so they beat it. Only by 1 though. So they are not intimidated. The biggest wolf is going, like, you see them stand up on their hind legs and then slam down on the ground, and you feel the feet or the earth underneath your feet start to like shimmer and then give way underneath your feet. And they turn it into quicksand. Yeah, she can earthbend. So each of you make a dexterity save.
Okay.
12.
16.
All right, so Lei, you manage to like keep your feet. Naz, you're restrained until you succeed on dexterity save to get yourself free.
So when you're stuck, can you not do any actions either?
You just can't move. I think at least let me double check on restrained. This is why DMs need that giant screen that has all of the basic information on it.
Oh damn! I could. I'll get better.
Your speed is 0. You can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saves. So you're gonna have trouble getting out of that pit, unfortunately. So then the 2 wolves are gonna make attacks on Lei. First one is a 20 to hit. Second one's a 15 to hit, so the second one misses.
Can I use a lucky point?
For
The one that's gonna hit me, or the one that had the better roll
can you use lucky to deny a die? I can't remember.
to exchange an attack roll. I think.
Isn't it usually to re-roll your own rolls?
I think so, but it might work that you can replace somebody else's roll.
I think so.
With lucky.
It's only for yours.
Damn it.
Yeah.
What was Ariel?
Oh wait. You can also expend 1 luck point when an attack roll is made against you. Roll a d20 and then choose whether the attack uses the attacker's roll or yours.
Soul behind this one. Vindication.
Yeah. Roll it. See what it is.
I mean, it's got a roll, right? So
No, you can make that their roll. So you can make their roll a 6.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Cool. So they miss. What was it?
Because don't I add strength? It's a 6.
Well, I'll add their bonus to it.
Okay.
So yeah, a 6. They have a +5 bonus, so it's an 11. So it'll miss.
Did I save? Gee, okay.
Cool.
That's
So
lovely.
they missed both of their attacks on you. You're like managing to stay atop of the quicksand. Maybe it's your earthbending training that allows you to like keep your footing on top of it. But you are you're still in that area. You'll have to make. Is it a dex save on your turn? Let me double check.
She deserves a mastery on Earththrowing for that.
Mastery of Earth.
Earththrowing, it's a skill.
Oh,
It's like a laboratory.
okay. I see. I mean, I chose sand as a
Yeah.
subclass.
Yeah. So you're used to it.
And I have rock.
Well, I guess you don't have bending anymore, or else I would say you could add quicksand to your earthbending move list, but
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I just gotta make things harder.
Oh, I'm on the wrong attack.
Being fun.
Damn, where is it? Here we go.
I eat chips.
Alright, so you end your turn within the sand, so you need to make a new dexterity saving throw.
Alright. 20.
Cool. Yeah. So you're staying afloat on the quicksand. Wait, did we skip your turn this turn, or did you heal?
I didn't.
You haven't gone since the
haven't gone.
quicksand. You were supposed to go before Lake, but you can go now. So it'll be a strength check to pull yourself free of the sand.
15.
Yep. So you pull yourself out.
So
But you
I'll
have to use your action to make the strength check.
Okay, so I don't have anything.
No bonus action?
I don't think I have anything that I can use for bonus action. I guess I can get into stance again.
So yeah, I guess being restrained would probably knock you out of stance, but you can use your movement where you are to move out of the quicksand area.
That's true.
Wait, what is this area? Is that water?
It's just a path. It's just
Oh,
the path
okay.
that y'all
Yeah,
were
so
walking.
I'll run out of. So how big is the quicksand?
It's a 10-foot radius, so it's gonna start behind you, and extend like to the front of where they are, so that you all are in it, but they aren't.
So I'll retreat backwards out of the quicksand to the maximum distance that I can go, which should still put me within 30 of Lay.
Yep, for sure. So slide your token out. Cool. All right, we've done Lay's turn. So wolves, they're just still going in on Lay.
In the quicksand?
They're like on the edge, and you're right on the front edge, and they're just like biting at you in front of you. In front of the quicksand. Yep. First one hits. Second one is a 20. Third one is a 21. So all three hit.
I want to use my next 2 lucky points.
Okay. So go ahead and roll one.
How many lucky points do you have?
3 total.
Yeah, 3.
These are my last 2. On the ones that had natural 20s.
None of them had natural 20s. They just all hit. It was 20 like total.
I'll do it on the big one and
Yeah.
one of the smaller ones.
Okay.
I gotta roll both.
So add 6 to the first one.
21.
Yep. So that hits.
Well, you can make it for. Oh, never mind.
You can make it for either one. I don't
That's
know.
22 actually. 16 and 6. And then. Damn. 4 and 10.
Okay. So the second one will miss. So we'll say it's the bigger one. So the 2 little ones land attacks on you. And the first one does 10 points of damage. The second one does 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And
10 and 9.
the big one is gonna use its bonus action to just like snap at you again and try and intimidate you. This won't have any effect, but it like a true effect, so you won't be frightened. But it rolls a 16 to intimidate you. So that's that. You can decide basically, like, you can decide your DC whether or not like that snap is enough to like get you scared, combined with the damage, the quicksand under your feet, whether that's enough to like make you reconsider your stance, or if it's not, if you feel like, nah, like I'm standing strong, you know.
I mean, it would be terrifying. I think reasonably I have to say yes.
Yeah. So no game effect, no like game mechanic effect, just like role play effect, you know.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty terrified at this point. Walls are closing in.
So I'll say like the energy of that snap, like it's like it wants you to run, like it wants you to like get out, like run away. Is why it's like clapping at you. It wants you out of the woods, like it wants you gone.
Is this one of the wood spirits? Water spirit?
Make a spirit check.
My spirit's pretty low. 7.
Maybe. Lake considers it.
Yeah.
Is this a forest spirit?
Doesn't matter now.
It's right here. Cool. Nas, you're up.
Wanna take my horse to the...
I like. I'm closing my eyes. I'm saying, Lay, this is the last healing that I can give you. So let's finish this. And I throw down lay on hands one more time to max out his health. For my last 4 chi points.
Or every time you use 4 chi points, is that max health?
It's
Max
To
health?
do 20.
Oh, okay.
20 hit points
Yeah.
back.
So 20 back. Okay. I'm at 24. Sweet. 2 healers.
All right, Lay, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, it's about time to get out. So I'm gonna try and get out of the sand.
So you're not stuck right now. You can move.
Oh,
You're able to run over the top of it.
I'll use all 30.
Okay.
You don't get an attack?
I mean, what should I attack first?
This is all telepathic.
Yeah.
You two communicating.
I didn't run yet.
It's up to you. I mean, like you're the.
Leia looks over her shoulder. Nas is like, "You're not gonna hit him."
Yeah, I'll hit him.
Okay.
All right, go for the big one again.
Okay.
Damn it, I miss.
Okay. And you can make your offhand attack.
It's 21.
Yeah, that hits. On the wounded wolf.
Yeah.
Okay.
8.
Okay. And did you add the +2 for offensive flow?
I did not.
Okay, so
So
10. Cool. Yeah. So
flow. I should do flow more often.
yeah, you should flow at the beginning of fights. Now you know.
Can I?
All right. So that wolf is looking pretty wounded.
Then I run.
One wolf has not been hit at all, and the largest wolf has some serious wounds, but still is in fighting shape.
Mm.
So when you all run, the 2 smaller wolves delta split, or like around the sand pit, and then the large wolf just walks across it. And so they come after you, but they don't
Like
attack
this?
on this turn. Perfect. So we'll go to Nas.
Excuse me.
Okay, so with my basic attack, I'm going to So what's the enemy like? So this one's decently wounded. This one's not wounded at all. This one's mortally wounded, or like which one is mortally wounded?
The one on my left, your right, is wounded pretty badly. The one on your left is not.
Okay, so so we don't have attacks of opportunity for them running around towards us.
Only when they run away from you.
Okay, so I like take out my my water again and make a whip to slash the most wounded wolf. So I guess I have to just roll a d20 for that still. Alright, and the water is just like a pathetic like splash.
Just a slap.
Yeah, it just doesn't even. I'm just still so terrified that like my water just sprinkles over, and
Couple drops.
I don't think I can use any of my other basics as bonus. So
Nope.
that's my turn.
You can communicate, but that's about it.
I say to Nas, well, it was nice knowing you. This might be it. We'll go out swinging.
What? Why?
I mean, we keep running, but you didn't.
We're both full health.
I'm not.
I healed you for 20 points, right?
Yeah.
You lost 19, and I healed you for 20.
But if we keep attacking, then we're just gonna get smacked again.
What's your chi like? You feeling good? Can you keep on fighting or not?
Yes.
Then let's finish this. Let's go.
All right.
I'm healing you. I healed you 3 times.
But
Let's
okay.
finish this.
Okay.
You can do it, Lay.
All right. I want to go for the smaller one.
Okay. The one that's wounded or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to attack him like I have been.
Okay.
Oh man, where's the bubblegum one? Here it is. Need clearance. Yes, maybe. 18.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, here we go. D8. Does it matter if I roll 2 d4s?
No. Yes, actually it does, because it means the lowest roll that you can roll is a 2 rather than a 1.
Where's a d8? Is this it? Yeah. 9.
9? Okay.
Oh,
So that,
and intimidate.
well, that one goes down with the 9, so you don't need to use it.
Okay. Yeah, get him out of here. Get him off the board. How about? Yeah. And then can I bonus attack? Yeah, I want to pick up something that's near me.
Mm-hmm.
Right, improvise attack, and sling it at the big one.
Okay. So yeah, just roll a d20. Normal attack bonus.
I miss.
Okay.
Almost had an 18.
Oof,
Stupid console.
not quite.
Why haven't you re-roll rule when it hits things?
That
Not
one
this
was
time.
too. I moved it too late. Alright.
All right, Nas. Oh, we switched again. Well, it's fine.
Alright, so I tried to muster up just a little more courage. Oh wait, so I'm still intimidated from before?
No,
No.
you're
okay.
no longer frightened.
I'm sorry. I didn't add the flow state. Well, it's down.
It doesn't
It's
matter.
down,
It was down.
it's down.
True.
So I just tried to like muster up some courage again and make another water whip to hit at the largest wolf.
You got it, Nas.
Natural 20.
Smacked it.
So do I get any extra little perks for the?
D8. Roll a D8 twice instead of once, and you'll add your
Or is
dexterity,
it? Is this 1d8?
or actually your wisdom.
Double pyramid.
Yeah, I think this is it.
Wisdom.
Is that roll again?
Yep.
Let's go.
12 plus wisdom each time.
Nope, just once.
Just once. 15.
Okay. Cool.
And how's the big wolf looking right now?
It's looking hurt, but it's definitely still in fighting shape.
Damn. Okay.
Um,
And then, so reasonably for bonus actions in general, you can move. You can do movement,
Mhm.
and what else can you do?
You can do offhand attacks as a bender. They have to, if you look in the requirements for the moves, they have to be one-hand attacks, not main hand attacks, which I haven't gotten to water bending yet.
Yeah, I don't have any of those anyways.
So it would basically, like, if you have a basic water bending move that does 1d6 damage, you can do it as an offhand.
Hand attack. Yeah,
attack.
I don't have any of those right now. So I guess that's my turn.
Do you? It's just a thought. Have you incorporated like 2-weapon fighting for benders?
That's exactly what I was just explaining. So basically, like, a move that can be used with the offhand, I wrote in the move requirements that its somatic component, like its physical component, is one hand. There are other ones that do more than a d6 of damage, and they say main hand. So it's basically like you can only throw your strongest punch with your main hand. But if you want to throw a weak punch with your offhand, you're able to. Yeah.
But I mean, like using your legs as well, or
Same thing. It's just like different moves do different damage.
Okay.
So like maybe like a kick. If there's a kick that does 1d6, then that would work. But if there's a kick that does 1d8, it says main foot.
Okay.
So like let's say somebody wants to create like the Huarong of earthbending, and they just want to be able to throw like 2 kicks every round.
Yeah.
I would give them an earthbending move that does 1d6 damage and say they can use the offhand as like the secondary kick.
Okay.
So it's just like keeping the scaling of the damage the same as it was in with weapons. If it were the case, like if you took the feat, then maybe I would let you use main hand attacks as offhand attacks. Once you have the 2-weapon or 2-handed fighting feat. So
Okay.
that could be something that I could adjust, but in general, it's a D6 offhand attack.
Alright.
If you have the move. That was a unnecessarily long explanation maybe, but now you know. Alright, so it's the wolf's turn. The
Gino finishes
okay. Let's see. Let me look something up real quick. All right. So both of the 2 wolves are going to attack Nas first. The 2 wolves that are up. The big wolf is a 21 to hit. Smaller wolf, it doesn't hit. It's an 8. Big wolf does 11 points of damage to you. And make a strength save to be knocked prone.
Fail it.
Alright, so you get knocked down. And then the big wolf is going to go from you to the wolf that's down. So if you want, you can take an attack of opportunity. You'll make it with disadvantage because you're prone.
Okay, it's not gonna hit.
Okay. So it goes over to the smaller wolf, and you see it go and lick the wounds of the smaller wolf.
So
Which,
that wolf is revived.
which gives it back 4 hit points. And it comes back up and is going to use its movement to stand up, and then growl menacingly at Lei again and try and intimidate. Which it doesn't do very well. It just got knocked out. But
Voice cracks.
yeah, it's okay. So Nas, you are up.
I'm up again.
Yeah. The other wolf is going to be beside you too. If you slide it over to it.
So what's the distance between me and these wolves?
You can
Are they still within
count the
range?
squares. It's probably 10 feet, something like that.
Okay.
10 or 15.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to do. What's in an explorer's pack, by the way?
Random exploring things like a tent, a bedroll, rations.
Nothing serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rope does help sometimes.
Torches.
So I'm going to use. Wait, do you still have chi to do powerful attacks?
Yeah, I got some chi to spare.
So I'm going to
Tether chi.
Can I give you one quick adjustment? The big wolf is going to position itself between Lei and the smaller wolf. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of I'm going to use guidance on Lei. So with Tether, I still don't have to touch Lei to do that.
Well, I think guidance has a range anyway, right? Or is it touch?
It's touch. I mean, I can use my movement, or does Tether also incorporate guidance?
I didn't intend it to.
It's okay. I can use my movement.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
let's do movement for now, and then I'll consider balance change. It makes sense later.
So me running from here to Lay is not getting me out of range of this whoop, but does it still get an attack of opportunity on me?
It does. So anytime you move outside of 5 feet of it, it'll have an attack of opportunity. So its attack range is 5 feet. So if you like separate from
Well, based on that, then I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use the water whip on the big wolf.
Okay.
And I add wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's why do I keep on missing this thing? It's a D8 plus wisdom.
Yep.
Okay, for 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'll use my no, I'll just stay there.
All right, Lay.
Okay, what is this barrage trait for fires that you can, starting when you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you can push yourself to maximum offensive potential. If you do so, as long as you remain in flow state, you can make a single attack as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Damn, that's crazy.
In your flow state, and you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
So basically, it's like when you go into flow, you can make a full attack as a bonus action. It's actually not synergistic with dual wielding because you already have a bonus attack
Okay.
or a bonus action attack.
Damn.
So
I shouldn't have picked this one. Alright.
we can switch it up next time if you want, but
Okay.
for now, I'm gonna run and pee.
Great.
This is tough. Yeah, it's late. It's tough. This is hard for me that. Yeah. I should have gone to flow state immediately.
Yeah, then we have to have, oh, you're not bending anymore. So you don't have an offensive bender stance. So increase your armor class.
Damn. My weapons aren't that good.
What do you have?
Yeah, it's 2 centaurs. I thought my AC would be boss, but not against 3 bears. Wolf bears.
What's your AC?
18.
18.
Used all my lucky.
What are you saying?
I'm just going through what I've done.
Yeah,
I use Stone's Endurance already. 5 cheap points. I don't want to use Pick Your Punch because they're doing work already. I don't think I'll.
Part of the burn crit.
Yeah.
You begging for food? Yeah. I think play this in the kitchen this friend. So you guys can ask for food.
I'm hungry.
I like chicken biscuits too.
All right, Lay, what you got?
Yet to roll. Not much, otherwise.
Some attacks.
Okay. 21.
Yeah, hit him.
Okay. D8. Not bad. 10 plus 2, 12.
Okay.
And I want to intimidate the big one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a D6. 3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, 15.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 14 wisdom save, right?
Uh-huh.
Should I not eat next to the camera? Is the chomping gonna be way too loud?
No. The dice are actually like the most obnoxiously loud thing because the microphone is set on the table with them.
Mm-hmm.
So you're good. All right, so
And then I want to run next to.
Nas.
Yeah.
So as you run away, it doesn't make an attack of opportunity. You see it kind of like waver and like kneel down, and it closes its eyes for a second, and you think it's about to like slump down and fall to the ground, and then its eyes pop open and shine with a bright green light, and they just stare dead at you, and you get this voice that like appears in your head in this like deep, powerful voice.
It's only to lay.
Mm-hmm. Actually, no. It would probably be out loud. This says, "You will not desecrate this forest," and the wolf like stands back up on its four legs and has these two like shining green eyes. So it's their turn, and
What do we do? What do we do to the forest, Nas?
Oh.
shrug. So the two little ones are gonna attack y'all. One is gonna attack Nas and hits a natural 20.
Oh shit! I did lose my bonus action.
So it does 17 points of damage.
I'm Caleb.
So it knocks you down.
You're
And
Marvin, is that right?
Yes, I have
yeah,
one.
so you have one instead. And then the big one, the little one's gonna stay behind. The big one is just gonna like stride toward you and toward you, Lay, and fling like scoop mud and like send it hurtling at you.
What's that?
Yep, mud slap. It rolled a natural 22. So it's gonna do 2d8 damage. It rolled 2 ones. So it does 3 points of damage, but your speed is slowed by 10.
Alright.
So it slaps you twice, and it's gonna make an intimidation with advantage for its. It rolls a 19 on intimidation toward both of you, just like basically like wanting you to get out of its forest.
Okay.
And it's Naz's turn.
Well, I just gotta retreat because I can't survive this battle, so I'll attempt to flee.
Okay, so you're gonna turn and run. Yep.
Yeah.
Lay.
I want to pick up a rock and throw it at the small one.
Which one?
What?
Wait, I
What
just
sort
wanna
of
know-
weak ass attack is that?
I just want to know which one appears to be weaker.
The weakest one is behind the big one, so it'll have half
Okay.
cover.
Okay. Yeah, I still want to do it. I can still hit it. I have bonuses on attack. I just want to do something before I run. Can't do shit. I'm running.
So the wolf, like, when you throw it, you try and throw it around the big wolf, and it just swats it down.
Okay.
It just bats down the rock.
Damn. Yeah, running this way.
Okay. So you all take off down the path. The wolves, like,
Is that where you run? Okay.
the wolves chase you, and once in a while they come and like nip at your heels, but they don't make full-on attacks. They're just like trying to get you out of the forest. The little tiny one who's hurt trails behind a little bit because it's scared. And as you all run, you like running down the path. You've been slowed, so they easily keep up with you and just chase you until you hit this cliff. And you're just it looks like you could kind of slide down it. It's not a rocky cliff. It's
It's not a sheer cliff. It's just a hill.
it goes steep, but it slopes, and it's like a yellowish dirt, it's a silty dirt, like a silty rocky dirt. So I don't know if y'all have ever seen the video of the dude who goes and like builds a sauna out of the dirt or anything. He goes and he just like chips it away. It's that sort of dirt. So and it just goes like straight down, or like almost straight down, and slides. So you feel like you could like slide it, but it's treacherous. And they come up and just kind of encircle from behind you.
Okay.
All right, so I guess I would like to. Can you use guidance on yourself?
Yeah.
So I kind of like shine my like my eyes bright, and like I'm barely hanging on to life, so it's just feeling like fierce, like life or death, and just try to see if I can communicate to these animals that to leave us in peace, that we're just trying to make it through this path. We don't want to fight anymore.
Okay. What do you say? That?
Yeah, pretty much just like it's not really saying anything. It's more just like a really fierce look that conveys like those
All of
intentions.
those things.
And like some like mist power. The eyes just shine emerald bright. 21.
Cool. Yeah. So you convey that, and you see like when you do that, you realize that the green that's shining in the wolf's eyes is similar to that misty green.
Mm-hmm.
It's that like spiritual sea foam, like light green, that you recognize. Before Lay's turn, there's like, I can't really draw this, but so you all run, you hit a cliff, and there's sort of like, there's just this little like outcropping to the side with a rock just like kind of sitting on top of it, and all of a sudden you see like the rock slide away, and this little kid pops up, and he's like, hey, get in, come here.
Just run in there, just like hop in there.
And when you hop in, he slides the boulder across, and he's like, holy shit, are you all right?
No.
I can barely even talk. I'm just like bleeding, and just.
All right, let's get you to Mama Zuma. Come on. So he leads you all, the two of you, down this this tunnel that kind of first winds in like a spiral staircase down the cliffside that you realize you would have slid down, and then continues along for a little ways. And he's like a chatty little bugger. So he's like, who are you? Where are you from?
I tell him. I'm from the mountains. If I had a map, I'd show you. We've gone a lot of places together as well.
He's got a little torch that he's walking along with.
Just long-time travelers, originally from the Water Village. Just can barely just give minimal info.
I can't believe those grizzly wolves came after you like that. That's pretty crazy. They're normally not so aggressive to me, but I have heard they've attacked people before. Did you do anything?
Not that we know of. Just walking down the path.
The spirits must be angry. So he walks, like you all continue to walk. It's probably a 15-minute walk underground before, and you make some like winding turns, and he navigates the tunnels easily, knowing them very well. But he makes turns that like you would have easily gotten lost by the time you get to where he stops. And he walks up to a wall and he like earth bends a little hole into the wall and crawls through it. It's just like a person size hole at about knee height, and crawls through it and pops out. And you all, I assume you all follow him. He pops out on the other side in this pretty large open room, and you hear a lot of like chattering going on. And when you step through, you see a fire lit. It's something between a cave and a home, and it's like square and nicely shaped, or rectangular, nicely shaped, but it's all made of earth. You can tell you're still underground, and the kid pops through and says, Mama Zuma, these ladies were in the forest.
Yeah, in front of the fire, you see a elderly lady, Mama Zuma. She's like, like kneeled down, cooking for all these kids.
The kid's name is Gen.
Yeah, Mama Zuma, even though she's like kneeling down, she's still pretty tall. She's 6'3", 166 pounds, pretty muscly. Yeah, she's got weathered skin, and she's got a grizzly wolf scar across her cheek, down her cheek, and she's got brown eyes and black hair. It's like it's going gray at the sides. And so she waves at all. Says, hello, travelers. I see you've had a run-in with. Did you name the big wolf?
They're just grizzly wolves. Not the big wolf, no.
Okay. Yeah, I see you've run into Buttercup.
All right. Yeah, we did. We almost didn't get away.
Are you all hungry?
I'm on like 1% health. Like
Please, please,
I can barely talk.
Please come sit down. I know she's been pretty aggressive these past few years, and she's only seems to be getting worse, and she's barely letting travelers out alive. So she's very upset, and I've been trying to figure out how to remedy that. But there's a lot to do in this village, and I'm only one lady.
Why do you think Buttercup is attacking people in this way?
Well, I've been in this town for quite a few years now, and I'd say they're probably upset that we've run them off. I do try to live my life in reverence to their spirit, and try to do what I can for them, but the town's been growing, farm's been growing, they've been pushed off their land, and they can't really hunt what they used to hunt before. So. That's probably a big reason why they're so upset.
So they're the guardians of these lands.
I would say so. Some would disagree, but
Who would disagree?
the people that need us to grow more food.
Do you have any medical supplies?
Yes, I call for like
Gen's like, oh shit, yeah.
I was just coughing up blood,
Runs and gets bandages.
bandages and I'll try to do some medicine rolls.
I've lived here for 80 years.
You're asking about them. You're bleeding.
I got a 6 and a 7. Some medicine.
Wait, Nas like grabs the herbs and sees if she can do anything with it. 17.
Yeah, so you start like maybe muddling some of the herbs to heal your wounds, and just try and like You know, like, you've got some bites here and there. You want to make sure they don't get infected. Some of these are soothing herbs, so they just make you feel a little bit better.
You can make a mud bandage.
Yeah.
Two of the other children that are in this home, you all notice, like, you're not alone in this area or in this cave home. There are a number of kids that are kind of bustling around doing things. I would say there are probably 3 in there now. 2 of them go and drag some mats over for you all to sit or lay on, and
Okay.
encourage you to like get well and get some rest.
Are you down here because the bears ran you out as well?
No. She still live down here.
So just so you know, like your house is going to be situated in sort of a mountainside adjacent to the fields,
Okay.
and they can't tell because the door is closed, but on the other side of the door is going to be the fields and the
Okay.
village.
No, yeah, I just live out here with the farmers.
Okay.
Do you know? Can you tell us anything about the lore behind these grizzly wolves? Is there a lore?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a story behind them?
Yeah. Good thing for you. I'm an elder, so I get advantage on those types of roles. And
What roles are you talking about? What's a role?
the role that I fill in the society,
I have advantage in that role.
So, what would be like a history?
History or spirit, either
History,
one.
spirit? No, let's go history.
You know.
17.
Yeah, this is like so Mama Zuma is one of the few remaining elders who keeps to the old ways of spirituality in the village, and basically like their spirituality comes from, or in their spiritual practices they highly revere the grizzly wolves and take them as like the peak, the apex, the defender of the area. In the past, they would hunt with the grizzly wolves, and when they would hunt with the grizzly wolves, it was to push a herd along and get them out of the area, to make sure that dangerous spirits didn't come and attack the village, seeing an abundant source of food. So every time this herd would come, they would push them along. And so the grizzly wolves were known to be their companions of sorts. They didn't live in tandem, but they lived with one another and adjacent to one another. So, like I said, they were highly revered and loved by the people. Now the spirituality of the area has changed to be more focused on the more civilized aspects of their society, and those herds no longer come. The grizzly wolves have been pushed aside, and Mama Zuma and some of the other farming, the commoners are the ones that remember the old way, the old spirituality, and adhere to it. Whereas some of the other village folk and people who have come in from other areas are have a different sort of way of living and a different way of being.
Yeah, and while she's telling you that story, she'll slip in like a couple phrases in between like those, like each segment in mother tongue. She'll just start speaking this other language that neither of you probably would have ever heard.
Yeah, I think Nas only has human languages. So mother tongue is a spirit language that is, if you say the word mother, if Mama Zuma says the word mother tongue, and actually Nas, make a spirit check.
It's not that high.
Okay.
It's like 12 or 13.
Yeah, so this mother tongue like triggers this this innate understanding in you, but you don't understand it. The words and the phrases that Mama Zuma says, they make sense. They have this like natural meaning, like understanding, kind of like when you gave the look to the wolf earlier, where like you convey something, like somehow you get the feeling of it, even though you don't know what it means, what the practical meaning
Like the
of it
mother
is.
tongue word for grizzly wolf could also like mean like protector or something.
Mhm. Yeah. And it sounds that way.
Security.
Like the linguistics sound appropriate to the meaning of the words.
So I'm also thinking about like the greens of the eyes of Buttercup and how that kind of relates to me, and wondering if there's a link there. But just
It's vague.
Just-
It's vague.
forgets about it. It's like
Spirit
whatever.
world stuff.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
You're hurt. Maybe not right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess with that, Mama Zuma is like, well, please feel free to stay here for as long as you need.
Thank you.
Is there a way for non-benders to get out of this abode?
I guess not.
Gen speaks up and he's like, ask.
You'll just have to ask. I'm sorry, dear.
What if you're sleeping?
You can wake me up. It's all. It's
Just wake
okay.
one of us up, yes.
It's okay.
There's a couple earthbenders within the kids, so
Okay.
any of us can help you out.
You'll know who's who. We're the strong ones.
Ken, where's the bathroom?
Outside.
Oh,
You gotta go.
yeah.
Slides the door open. When you look outside, it's you see just a field of gold amongst green mountains in front of you. He says, turn left and turn left again. Following those directions, you leave through the door that he's created, turn left, and then you see basically like a little hole to crawl through that's like just big enough for human size. You have to like kind of crawl up into it and then down the steps on the other side. And then there's this earthen toilet. It's just a giant like pit drop
Okay.
with a a bowl, like a hole to sit over.
Alright.
Yep.
I do my duty. I'm back.
I do my duty. Yeah, you see a lot of people working out in the fields. Even it's pretty late in the day, but they're out there harvesting wheat.
Hope they don't smell what I got cooking.
Yeah. You say I don't want to keep y'all too. I know y'all been playing for a while now, but Mama Zuma's like cleaning up. I said so. Let me know we can wrap up soon. But
Yeah. Do y'all want a long rest here, and then we can start in Mama Zuma's house next time?
Sounds good to me.
Cool. I think this is a good stopping point.
We made it.
You knocked the main wolf down to 0 hit points, which I didn't expect you to be able to do. I think if they had attacked on every turn, they probably would have killed you. But I didn't account for that, so I had to bring the spirits into it.
Now I know. Go in the flow state.
Mm-hmm. Use your maneuvers.
So many abilities. I just
Yep.
have to figure out what
Yeah.
can, work.
Yeah, so in general, it's like flow state as soon as possible. You can even flow state like right before initiative if you can catch it. If you like, maybe if instead of trying to hide, you were like, I'm gonna go into flow state.
Yeah.
I might have given you that as like a preemptive action.
Okay.
So yeah, flow state at the beginning, and then use your maneuvers with your attacks. And y'all pumped out damage. I definitely didn't expect you to get through the Buttercup had 75 HP, and you got to the bottom of it, so I had to give her some temporary spirit hit points. But
Yeah, I should have. What else should I
I mean, you did pretty dang good. Rolled a couple crits. That was some severe damage.
have done? Yeah, those first few rolls I had were
Yeah, pretty strong.
So needed.
Gave her lick wounds in the end as a bonus action. That wasn't planned. So
Oh, I need to figure out if not spirit, since I have dual wielding already, then
right.
one of the other ones. Because it's kind of like the level 3 trait is.
It's not useful to
Yeah, I
you.
just can't.
Yeah. Can I look at it and read it again just to
Yeah.
double check?
Here it is. You're still alive.
Yeah. Oh,
What time do you usually go to sleep?
Huh?
What time do you usually go to sleep?
Yeah, like pretty late. Yeah, just depends on the day.
Okay.